Hey everybody, we're about to start. Just give us 30 more seconds. Welcome, everyone, to Rock Coliseum 14, the 14th shenanigan, or better title to come. I am here with these three fantastic gentlemen to do another Rock Coliseum for all of you. Thank you all again for tuning in on this Wednesday evening. Thank you all again for continuing this semi-often live stream that we've come to love to do. We love doing it. I hope you all love it too. If you are new to Rock Coliseum, welcome in, and we'll explain what it is after we give some brief introductions. Let me introduce these three gentlemen to all of you and let them introduce themselves because they're better at it than I am. Let's go around the horn really quick. John, you first.
Hey everyone, John. I run the channel ARTV and Beyond ARTV on YouTube. Talk about music, all that good stuff. And stay tuned later on because I got some exciting stuff to announce.
Oh, nice. Mark, how about you?
Hey there, folks. Mark, the host of Spectrum Pulse. I talk about music, movies, art, and culture. I don't really have anything fresh to announce this time, but hell, after the insane day that I think the majority of us have had, I think we're just here to lay back and chill and try not to get too worked up.
No,
Yeah.
we won't. We won't.
Absolutely.
It'll be fine, like every other Rock Coliseum.
No
And
friendship
Crash.
will be lost.
And
Yeah.
Crash, go for it. Sorry, I'm blocking the screen. Crash, go ahead.
Nothing ever goes wrong on Rock Coliseum. But, hey, people, I'm Crash Thompson. You may know me from the channel Crash Thompson. Again, y'all, if you follow my channel, y'all been eating good this month. I'm back to new album reviews. Don't have anything in the immediate future to announce, but yeah, I do the same as these guys. I review music, I do funny stuff, and I am a goofball. We have fun here.
Fair assessment and description. And to all of you watching, my name is Luke, host of the YouTube channel you're on right now, Rocked. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe to these three gentlemen. Their channels are below in the description link. All those channels are there. They should be all set. Gentlemen, if they're not clickable, let me know and I'll fix that. Other than that, hope you're all doing a great evening. Hope you're having a great evening. Wow, my speech is terrible tonight. Take two. Hope you're all doing well. We are here for Rock Coliseum. This is a standard Rock Coliseum where, for the first hour of this Rock Coliseum, we will take your suggestions. They could be a band, a song, an album, and we will give a thumbs up or thumbs down on each one. If you want to do a band versus band and make us choose between one or the other, or a song versus song, or album versus album, you can do that too. We only ask that you be specific in your request, and this is open for everyone. Now, you might see some many super chats coming in. The second hour is dedicated to super chats, where we read them off. We will go through as many super chats as possible. They are read at random, and I promise we go through as many as we can, and we will go through all of them in the document that'll be posted later. I only ask in the first hour that you give us names of bands, artists, albums, songs that all four of us have a chance of knowing. If you say the name Zach and the Zactones and we all don't know who that is, it's not going to make for good conversation. So, other than that, Rock Coliseum has a pretty good flow. We have a 10-second timer so that way people can't spam the chat. Yeah, that's right. I'm on to all of you. And I also want to make sure that we're all trying to have fun with this. We might get defensive. We might get upset. We might get heated. Please keep in mind, it's all in fun. We're not here to hurt anyone's feelings. These three men can rip apart one of my favorite bands and I could not care less.
And we'll do it too.
I don't care. I don't care. Go for it.
I might be trying to hurt some people's feelings, but I'm just
It's not our goal set
I'm
out
not.
to do that, though. So,
no.
one
Some
final
people's feelings
thing.
should be-
Okay, well, yeah, well, maybe not here. So, one final thing. On many, many early Rock Coliseums, when it was a tie, we would have them live, and we have all the thumbs down issues would be killed off. If it was a tie, we'd let them live. Now that YouTube has increased their functionality, if there's a tie between us on any decision, we will make a quick poll and let the audience decide the winner. So that way there's a little more engagement. We found this out last Coliseum when that was available. It was a great reception. I think it worked well.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get to a tie, I'm sure it'll happen. We'll give it to you. And we'll give a 1-minute poll and all that. So, did I miss anything?
Don't think so.
I don't
Don't
think so.
believe
Just
so.
stay on your
Okay.
toes, guys. Pay attention, because if those polls pop up, they're only going to
Yeah.
last like a minute or so.
We only do it
so
for like 60
they're both
seconds,
fun.
and we keep them pretty good too. I'm usually making an announcement too, so let me get a drink. And before I get my drink, I'll say to you, everyone, the chat is now open to get your suggestions in. Feel free to start now. I'm gonna take a drink.
And also,
go ahead.
y'all, all absolutely feel free to hit that like button on your way in. Not to say that helps the algorithm, that helps spread us out,
Yes,
that helps in every single way possible. So yeah,
Yep.
that's
kindly
awesome. Well
bless
said.
the algorithm.
Every time you hit the like button, something good happens in all of our lives. We have
Crash
had a
gets
pretty
a pair
rough.
of wings.
We've had a pretty rough day, all of us. So help us. Help us.
It's been a rough day. Help you boys out.
Yes, exactly. So
Not even because of anything we've done. It's just bad luck.
yeah, I
All
know.
of us
It's
today.
it's just life stress. Just life stress, you know? So
Yeah.
let's have a good time on YouTube. Wow, that's a sentence. Okay. Finally, last thing. The best moderator ever, my wife Gretchen, is in the chat that just said likes are free. Likes
They
do not
are
cost you a
free.
thing.
They are free.
They really don't. So we go to the chat and stop. Oh my gosh, the first.
Our first one.
It's a
Our
good
first
one, I can tell.
one.
Okay,
I can
okay.
tell.
I know we haven't done it. He's too new to have been discussed. However, if one of you have not heard this song, we'll skip it, and I'll just go. Hardy radio song featuring Jeremy McKinnon.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
We've all heard it.
I just
I
heard
did.
heard laughter, profanity, and Mark's headache right from here.
Yeah.
So
I was about to say, I think Mark might have introduced most of us to that.
I knew of the artist, but I had not heard the song until like a week ago. Here we go. Everyone has an opinion.
To
Yeah.
provide a little bit of context, this is a country artist, and I use some general air quotes around that.
He's a rocker.
No, he's not.
He's country and he's rock and roll. Yeah.
I used to cover
so
rock.
bad.
He is not a rocker.
The thing
All
is,
right,
that
go-
he has this new. He has a new.
Hey,
album.
wait. Sorry, go ahead. Let's do the poll first. Then you
Let's
go
do the
first.
poll,
I know you
yeah.
didn't. Sorry, I know. I wanted to skip ahead too. Hardy's country song featuring Jeremy McKinnon of A Day to Remember. 1, 2, 3.
But-
are you- what did
Screw you
think?
for ruining the Royal Rumble, you douche.
Ah.
Oh,
Mark.
disgusting.
Mark, take it away. 30 seconds.
Couple pieces here. Hardy is not really a country artist. He's not really a rock artist. He's probably closer to country. He's on Music Road. That doesn't say much. Basically, he put out an album early January, split between the Mockingbird side, which is country, and the Crow side, which is rock. And his Crow side is the most bargain barrel radio rock sludge that you will ever hear. It's derivative as all hell. The fact that he's using this as an attempt to rebel is insane to me. And honestly, the worst part of the album is that self-aware, sneering nonsense that's a radio song.
Fair enough. Crash, you had the double thumbs down. Why don't you go ahead? 30 seconds.
I have only 2 comments. We'll make this quick. Again, screw you for ruining the Royal Rumble. That performance was trash. Luke, you saw it. You know what I mean.
It was shockingly bad. Yes, that is correct.
And you know what? I can sum up Hardy in one phrase. It'll be easy to understand. You don't have to listen to him. Mom, can we get Kid Rock? We have Kid Rock at home. Kid Rock at home.
That's a statement, too. John, 30 seconds. I know you're excited for this one.
Oh yeah, so excited. I have a feeling that this track in particular might find its way onto my worst songs list this year. And I think it's hilarious to see Jeremy McKinnon continue to be involved with these country leading things. Like we had that horrible abomination on You're Welcome. What was it? Everything We Need. Yeah. And now we're tapping further into that. Nobody wants this, and nobody needs Hardy's double album. Like he's just copying Morgan Wallen. Let's be honest, because that album was so big and dominating, and yeah, trash.
I wish if he's gonna copy Morgan Wallen, I wish he'd do it better. Jeez.
Oh, you think he would too?
The sad thing is that Morgan Wallen is coming with a triple album this year.
Triple.
With 36 songs.
I refuse. That could be 36 songs of pure gold. Go to hell. I don't have 3 hours to dedicate to
You're going to love Billboard Breakdown that week, Mark.
I think I think you could count it as a tax write-off or like volunteer time listening to that at that point.
The IRS better give me a hug and a sandwich to listen to that album. Oh, my goodness.
Thoughts really quick on the song. First of all, the song itself. That song has been done 1,000 times with, this is the radio format. We're not going to stick to it. It's not smart. It's trying to be way more clever than it is. Also, Jeremy McKinnon could have been replaced by any other generic rock or metal singer. Absolutely could have been replaced. The song is such a big bucket of nothing. His voice is not that good, Hardy. It's not. He cannot suit either side well. Finally, I'll just end with this because I know we haven't talked about Hardy the artist himself. I know we're trying to stick to the song. I stand by what I told my friend Joe. He is the most overrated artist right now.
Yeah, up there for sure.
Definitely up there.
Let me put it like this. The reason he is so overrated is because he is a networker. He writes for everyone behind the scenes in the music world right now. And that's the thing. He's a songwriter. He works behind the scenes. He's not the kind of guy who can front a song on his own. That's been the issue with him his entire career thus far. And this was his big swing. And I'm sorry, dude, you're not Eric Church. You can't pull this off.
Wing and a miss.
Yeah. So I get that he's an industry darling, but just stick with the industry. Go to board meetings and write stuff. Leave us alone. However, how do we get rid of Hardy's radio song? I have the perfect one. Next year, he has to participate in the Royal Rumble.
Oh, he might like that. He tried to get in the ring. Yeah, I think he would like that, actually. That's probably a dream come true.
He hit like a guitar across one of the wrestlers' back a couple of weeks ago.
Ooh, okay. In that case, he has to be number one, and then number two is Jeff Jarrett, and he gets to donk him.
See, and also, I just want to point out for the non-wrestling fans for WWE, like 2 weeks ago before the Royal Rumble, when he tried to attack someone with a guitar, the entire audience didn't know who he was, which is really awkward. It was actually it was bad. So, did we spend enough time on Hardy? We
spent more than enough time on
Mark? One last thing, though.
Mark, go ahead.
It's very telling that when WWE has to apologize
I know.
social media,
right?
When they're
some of their headliners before, but also it kind of makes sense because the people who went on ahead of Hardy was Code Orange.
Yep. Poppy, Code Orange. You know, they've done artists over the past few years, and then they put on Hardy. They shifted gears, and they had to publicly say, hey, we just want to say something. We weren't impressed with this. Man, they're just distancing themselves from Hardy the day after it happened. Goodness.
And this is coming from the company that hired the DX band, you know. I got all these wrestling references. We need to move on before we lose them.
I will say this: that was not a bad one to start with, even though we had the shock reaction.
No,
it was good for discussion. I understand. Keep the super chats coming. We'll go through as many as we can. Please give the thumbs up and hit a like button if you did not like Hardy's song. That way, we'll know how many people did not like Hardy's latest song. Thank you. I think that's smart. So, as we go on, and stop. Fair. I get it. And the reason I get it is because it just got announced yesterday. Band versus band. Bring Me the Horizon versus Fall Out Boy. Have we done that one before? I don't think we have.
Not this one before.
And I get why, because they just got announced the big tour yesterday. I get it.
Yep.
So, does everyone have an answer?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay. In the order I see them, Bring Me the Horizon. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I'm not alone.
And Fall Out Boy. 1, 2, 3.
I had a feeling this was going to split the room. Absolutely.
And that's fair. And I kind of get it too.
That's fine.
So,
Yeah.
So I'm going to start making the poll. Let's go. Crash. You go first.
So again, no disrespect to Fall Out Boy, none whatsoever. But I just got to admit, when it comes to the old school emo bands, I don't know, they were always kind of a lower tier for me. I love From Under the Cork Tree. Infinity on High is great. I kind of lose interest after then, and some of their later records, they really knock off a lot of points in my book. So again, I'm already not the biggest fan, and then they've had some really bad stuff. I don't know, Bring Me the Horizon, they've had a very wild ride. They've changed sound and style many times, and they haven't made a Mania yet. So good on them. Good on them. I'll just keep it short and sweet and leave it at that.
Oh, they have.
What is their Mania though?
Amo.
I would say Amo is close.
Amo was no Mania.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
John, why don't you go next?
Fall Out Boy's first 4 albums are all like scene classics. Like I love every single one of those albums front to back. Foley is their best record. Sorry, Crash.
I know. You know, the way attitudes are shifting on that album, I'm starting to get in the minority now. So y'all have fun.
Yeah, it is true, and I'm happy to at least see the band themselves reflecting on what that album was. And I don't know, like Bring Me, nothing against them at all. I think both of these are bands that consistently reinvent themselves. And in recent years, Bring Me have probably done that a little bit better, but I am worried that they're going the Fall Out Boy Mania type of route with the amount of collaborations that Ollie Sykes has been lending himself and the band out to. So we'll see. I think Fall Out Boy, with their new songs, are showing that they're on a better trajectory than where they were.
Fair enough. Mark, why don't you go ahead?
I'm going to be pretty quick with this one. I think that Fall Out Boy's highs are better. Because Folly, Infinity on High, I think I was in a conversation actually in Crash's server earlier this week where a lot of it was very much a conversation that Fall Out Boy's more of a pop rock band. They've always been assholes, but they're preening rock star assholes, and that's kind of their appeal with their whole overwritten, pretentious style. You can tell why I like them. But the thing is, the thing that kind of drives me nuts a little bit here is that for as much as Fall Out Boy has higher highs, I think their lows are higher too, because you have Mania, but then you have the deathcore original albums from Bring Me the Horizon that nobody likes to talk about, and they've kind of been redeemed by some of the fan base, but I gotta be honest, I find them unlistenable. I think the production is atrocious. I think they've aged really poorly. It was a moment, and thankfully they've moved past that, but it's still a deeper low.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And I'll say one more for Bring Me the Horizon. As all the points have been made very strongly, and I do appreciate both bands. If it wasn't for the streak of not so much failure, but disappointment with the comeback albums of Fall Out Boy, I would be much more in line with Fall Out Boy. The reason for that also is because Bring Me the Horizon has never had a streak of albums that just made me go, ugh, like Fall Out Boy has. Even with the beginning, even with Suicide Season, which was their second album, if I get that wrong, I'm gonna get slaughtered for it.
No, you're right. You're
Okay.
right. That's the second.
But then when Sempiternal came out, the gates opened and you saw the potential. I still see more untapped potential for Bring Me the Horizon. With Fall Out Boy, they're going back to a style that made them big, and I love that. But the potential, I don't know, is still bigger for Bring Me the Horizon at this point. Just seen for bands that have been around for a while. And that's not to say Fall Out Boy does not have still potential to do something. That first new single they released this year, or just this past couple of weeks, was great. So I'm excited for what both bands have. Like them both. Give Bring Me the Horizon a little bit more credit, though. That's for me. To the poll. We're going to find out.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got?
Quick.
Ooh, it was close. 51% to 48% with a buffer. So Fall Out Boy wins just barely.
So I was following that poll in real time. It was 50-50 for almost the entire time.
And that's fair. So it was like us too, because I think we're both all in the same boat. It's not that we dislike one or the other more. It's just we're close with it. So Bring Me the Horizon has to go. So does that mean Posthuman number 2 is not allowed to have any collaborations? Is that the punishment?
Ooh,
that's a punishment.
Like
yeah.
No, they won't. Ollie is contractually obligated now at this point to have at least 50 collaborations a year. So
per song.
Or they have to tour with Loaf and get shown up on every show.
Ooh.
Who's Loaf going on tour this? I don't even remember now. Loaf's going on tour with someone I'm super excited for.
Oh, I just saw that.
I don't think it's Spirit
Darn.
Box. It's somebody else. I don't remember who it is, but I'm super excited for it. So,
The Spirit Box show was great. Holy
Five
cow.
Finger Death Punch.
oh my gosh, can you imagine that pair up?
Oh,
Oh, you didn't
my
see the Five
goodness.
Finger. You didn't. Oh, speaking of rock going country, Five Finger Death Punch tour got announced. It's Country Art is opening them up now, like the country rock stuff.
Makes
So-
sense.
Brantley
Yeah.
Gilbert or something like that.
That's one of them. I don't remember the other, so
Ooh.
Jason Aldean.
maybe
Oh, that
I don't know.
Surprise me. Oh,
I don't know who
yeah.
else it was. Under Oath and Periphery and Loathe. So Under Oath, Periphery, Loathe.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm hitting up
That's
that
good.
one. I'm hitting up that
Okay.
one by far.
Yeah, I might have to
So-
hit up that one myself. Ooh.
Yeah. So
Damn good lineup.
that was also a good suggestion. We had not done that one before, and I get why. So thank you very
Yeah.
much. Keep your suggestions coming. Every time you hit the like button, Ollie Sykes does another great collaboration. So if you want to see more, hit the like button.
Another? Doesn't there have to
Ooh.
be one in the first place for there to be another?
Oh, there'll be another. Don't you worry. There'll be another collaboration with Ollie
Just baby
Sykes.
metal collab.
You said great one though.
Oh, there'll be another great one too. There's been pretty strong ones. Posthuman had some, so there's been some weird.
Oh
ones, too.
yeah. I thought you meant Ollie himself doing the vocal features he's been doing.
Oh, I gotcha.
Uh,
I can still see it happening. So, and stop. Nope, not doing that. Moving down, and it was bad. Stop.
Ooh.
We haven't done this one, and I'm happy that we're going to see this one. Electric Callboy.
Okay.
I'm happy to do this one. Heck yeah.
Does everyone have a thought?
Oh yeah.
Mildly, yeah.
Okay, I think that's fair. For a band like this, you only need to have a mild thought to understand what's going on. So, Electric Callboy. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
They're pretty,
Yeah.
and I like them.
It's
So, come
fine.
on.
It's fine.
You cannot be
Dankeschön, Germany. Dankeschön.
you cannot be upset when listening to Electric Callboy. I just don't know
That's
how
right.
it's possible. Techno was
It's
way
stupid.
better than it had any right to be. Way better.
Absolutely.
So
There's
also,
It is-
Andrew WK about it.
that should be the dream collaboration of U.S. and Germany. That could probably bring our countries together if we did that. Andrew
Yeah,
WK and Electric
there's something
Callboy.
about the production, how it's also oversaturated and bouncy and dumb.
Mhm.
It is
Yeah.
by
Yeah,
design
no.
too. So
That's what I love about it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Again, absolutely criminal. These guys didn't get to be on Eurovision.
right.
Absolutely criminal.
Seriously.
Ugh.
Is that bringing a ring? Is that bringing in a ringer at that point though? Is it? I don't know.
Maybe, but given who Germany did end up putting out there, they
Fair
could
enough.
have used a ringer.
All I know is
Well,
I know we're going all over the place. I mean, has anyone seen Electric Callboy live yet?
No, I want to.
I've
though.
only heard amazing things. How it really is a
Yeah,
party every
same.
night, and it's
I
awesome.
can only imagine.
So
Hmm.
you know what? They're wildly creative with their guitars and riffs. Both vocalists do a
Really?
good job. Yeah, oh yeah. So
Mm.
I knew them back in like the MySpace days,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is crazy to think about.
when it was Eskimo Callboy, I think Techno was number
Yeah.
6 or something like that for them.
Yep.
Something like that.
think
They've
so.
been around for a hot minute. So
Interesting.
yeah, oh yeah. So I'm glad they're finally getting the worldwide attention. I think if you haven't heard Electric Callboy, just check out Techno. Their latest album came out last year. It was on my honorable mentions. Guys, I just songs like Pump It, a gym anthem. You think it's not supposed to be smart. It's supposed to be fun, and it's great. So
It is. Well, hypa, Luke, you're pretty and I like you.
go to Rock Coliseum all night long. There we go. No, we're
We
not.
do not think you are a fuck boy.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, that's a song. That's a song.
It is.
Thank you.
I understood that reference.
No, I got it too. See, that was a good one though. We had not done that one, and I think that was a
No.
good discussion on
No.
that. That's fun.
Good stuff.
Hopefully, we all get to see them live at some point too. So,
Together. We should all go together.
oh yeah, that'd be fun. Come on.
Heck yeah. Oh.
all of us
Call us
dan-
up on stage.
Yeah, all of us dancing to Hypa together in line.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. That was a great one. Please like this video if you like Electric Callboy. I think that's fair. Come on, guys. Come on. Electric Callboy.
Run it
deserve
up.
That. Yes.
Run it up.
Thank you guys again. And stop. Oh, we have not done this one yet. And I know we have all listened to both these albums. It's album versus album from the same band. Creeper, Eternity in Your Arms versus Sex, Death, and the Infinite Void.
Oh,
Mm.
man. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is hard for some of y'all. I got my answer.
I get
do
why
too.
I get why there's a discussion. And I get that.
Yeah,
This is a
same.
good suggestion too.
Same.
Like this is a good one. So everyone have an opinion.
Yes.
Okay. in the order I see them. Eternity in Your Arms. 1, 2, 3.
Dude, yep. Knew it.
I had a feeling.
Sorry, Mark.
Fair.
Well,
Sex,
not
Death,
even
and the
sorry,
Infinite
but I
Void.
get it. I get
1,
it.
2, 3. Fair. No, I get it too. Mark, if you'd like to go
I thought
first.
Crash
in
was
defense.
throwing a thumbs up for that one too.
See, okay. I didn't mean to confuse you all.
The thing is with Eternity in Your Arms is that it very much felt like it was priming the pump for something. I feel like it was setting a lot of ground. A lot of the songs I liked from that album were actually not really the pop punk stuff. I liked the more operatic, more gothic inspired. It was really mall goth, let's be real. But then the translation on the 2020 album, that album is one good like remix, remaster from being a classic in my opinion. Because the production the deficiencies in production really drive me nuts because the songs are more melodic, the vocal performance in my opinion is more dynamic. I think the hooks are stronger. I think the concept's kind of shaky, but like it doesn't really bother me, especially with the EP that came out the year later. That's kind of like the coda to that album. Can't really tack it on, it's cheating, but like still the same point. It's got some of my favorite songs of 2020, and yeah, I think the album is wildly slept on.
Okay. Fair enough. I get those arguments too. I'll go next. I love the concept and story of Sex, Death, and the Infinite Void with the Fallen Angel and stuff like that. You could tell there was a lot more care put into the crafting of that side of it. I just think Eternity in Your Arms has so many more individual tracks that stand out on their own merit, especially the first half of the album. I mean, it kicks the door down and just keeps going with Poison Pens and it's just so many other ones too. I think that's what stands out just a little bit more for me. It stands out as individual songs and it's a complete album. Where Sex, Death, and the Infinite Void, there are isolated tracks that are not going to get as much replay value as an Eternity in Your Arms. That's my only argument for that.
That's so low.
It does. I agree. Also, side note, if you did not hear the follow-up EP after Eternity in Your Arms with Creeper, you need to check that out because it's great. So, Crash, why don't you go for Eternity or... Yeah.
I don't have too much to say. It's Eternity in Your Arms. Again, Sex, Death, and the Infinite Void. I wanted to like that album more, but well, like you even said, Mark, the concept is a little clunky. That album has a little bit of bloats. The production is great, though. I loved the ambition. I feel like, again, they did pull it off better on the EP that followed, the American Beauty? Whatever that
Noir.
American Noir. Thank you.
Yeah.
American Noir was... I liked American Noir more than I liked the full album.
Was
I don't
Midnight
know,
on
Eternity
that?
in Your... I believe
Was Midnight
it
on that one?
was. I believe
Midnight
that
on
was.
American Noir.
Midnight was on
American
there.
Noir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. And like again, like the only real issue I had with that was that it feels a little bloated. It could use a bit more tightening up in the second record. I don't know, Eternity in Your Arms, even though it's not perfect, it's not as good as it could be. It's just so tight. It's so fluid. It is a fantastic 45 minutes, and man, I'd recommend everyone check that record out. Sex,
Amen.
Death, you got to be in kind of a mood for it. You know, you got to hit skip once or twice to get through that one. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough. John, why don't you go for this one? Because I know you both love them. You
Yeah,
connection with these two.
I found Creeper in their EP days a long time ago, and I've had a pretty strong connection to the band over the years. And I agree with a ton of what Mark said. And in fact, Sex, Death, and the Infinite Void has grown on me a lot since it came out and since I initially reviewed it. And at this point, I probably, if I could go back and put it on my best of 2020, it would probably be on there. But that being said, Eternity in Your Arms is such a tight, gripping, fun, just all-in experience. It's like getting into a car and just like, you know, your friend has a fast car and you're going to drive around and spin this record. It's that type of thing. Room 309, Down Below with its bellowing chorus. There's so many moments. I assume you were talking about tracks like Black Rain,
Hang tight,
Mark.
guys. Hang tight. I can't hear anything.
It's got a little
There
bit
we
of
go.
everything.
Got a little of everything. So I hope
Yeah.
everyone else heard that. It cut out for me. Did everyone else hear what John was saying?
Yeah, I didn't hear any cutouts or anything.
Okay, good. That
Okay.
means it picked
Cool.
up. So good. For whatever reason, cut
Okay,
out.
cool.
It might just be interference with my thing. Okay. Da-da-da-da. So it gets the... How do we say goodbye to Sex, Death, and the Infinite Void? Does the EP American War just take over and have to be processed? I don't know. Because I like it too. I like it too, but I don't know.
They have to get it paid to get remixed by Josh Ramsey.
Ooh, okay.
Out of
there you go.
pocket.
I'm okay with that. I can live with that.
I would be down with that.
Yeah,
That'd be worth the cash too. That'd
Yeah.
be worth it.
Okay, fair enough. Also, Creeper, we love you. How about number 3? You know,
The full length.
Like fake your breakup again. That was really dumb.
That gave me
He
a
had
bit of a heart
heart.
attack. I hated that.
I remember us talking
Oh.
about this in our group chat that we're on right now. We were like, "Is
Oh,
this
yeah.
real?" And like,
I was
what a
devastated,
waste.
man. Like,
Oh,
This is the
shoot.
end, really?
Goodness.
Oh.
Okay, we move on. Thank you very much. If you want Creeper to release another album, hit the like button on this video. If you don't, that means you don't want Creeper to release another album. That's kind of messed up, guys. Kinda. So, as we move on, has any of you seen Creeper live, by the way?
Oh, I
Yes.
I have
want to, though.
lots of
Yes,
fun. Lot
so
of fun.
good.
Lot of fun.
Nice, so good.
So, okay. And stop. Oh, we have not done this one. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I get it. It's within the same artist. Album versus albums. Green Day, Father of All, versus Uno Dos Tres.
I had a funny feeling as soon as you said albums.
That's so. Okay.
Ooh.
It's not always at apples and oranges. It's
Hey. Okay.
I'm conflicted as well, John. I don't think I have an easy answer to this.
I don't either. I'm racking my brain, and I'm not the biggest Green Day fan here either. I get that. So compared to you guys here, that's what I meant. I love Green Day, but still. Mark, how about you? You ready?
So it was really easy.
For you? Okay, John and Crash, are you ready?
Yeah.
I think I've got an answer. I think I've got one.
Okay. In the order I see them. Father of All. 1, 2, 3.
Just me? Okay.
Uno, dos, tres. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Crash, if you want to give the defense for Father of All.
Yeah, I'm the dissenter, so it's like, again, Father of All. I know, y'all. I know it's got its problems. As a single album, I'd say it probably definitely is Green Day's worst. At least it's short. Uno, Dos, and Tres is 3 albums, close to 3 hours worth of just mediocrity and basic boring stuff. It has its moments, yes, I know, but its moments are too few and far between. At least I can just grimace through 25 minutes of Father of All, just kind of frown my way through it. I don't know, man. At Uno, Dos, and Tres, you're committing 2 feature-length films to get through that, and no. That's all I got to say. No. At least I get to leave early. That's my excuse.
I'll go really
May
quick.
I?
Oh, John, why don't you? If you have it, go for it. Uno, dos, tres.
So I know this may be cheating, but a couple of years ago, some of you may remember that I made a video kind of redacting the 3 albums and making a 15-song album out of the trilogy.
Yes.
And I did that, and I'm going to drop the playlist link in the comments if you guys want to check it out and judge me for it. But I don't, I think people want me to, come out and, denounce Father of All or something. They're waiting on a statement from me to, come out and say that, I actually secretly did hate it all along. I think it's probably, like Crash said, their weakest album, as the studio said. But it's just... I don't know. There's a few songs in there that are fine. I think more than anything, it just feels like fluff in one ear, out the other. And I'm not really that mad about it. The majority of it, at least.
Fair enough.
I'm more mad about the album cover.
Aren't
we
all?
can all agree on that.
That little rainbow unicorn.
What a trash album
that
cover.
little unicorn.
I know you guys wanted out of that record deal, but this was not the way to do it. Oof.
Dang. I will say that I traded in my vinyl to the record store, and they gave me $100 for it because I had the uncensored version.
Oh.
Without the unicorn on it.
Mark, how about you go?
I'm kind of like John. I was able to put together a playlist where I also compressed Uno, Dos, and Tres down to its most listenable tracks. I'm going to step out a little bit further. I think Uno is at least salvageable. Okay. I think I don't think it's a bad album. I think there's still songs from Green Day's catalog I will go back to from that album. Tres is in one ear and out the other. It's forgettable. Dos is bad. I'm comfortable saying that. The thing is that even listening to Dos, I wasn't embarrassed. Father of All made me embarrassed to go back to it. It just felt like Are you guys seriously doing this now? You had Revolution Radio. You set things up so well, and then you just... It felt embarrassing, and I'm like, I'm not going back to that.
Okay. My thing for it, I'll be brief too, where... First of all, I don't think Father of All is the worst album of the year that year. It was overhated upon release. It's not. It probably is Green Day's worst single album. The issue is it has Green Day's worst singles off of that album, like actual radio singles.
Oh yeah,
it's the worst singles Green Day's ever pushed. There are better songs on that album than that. Where Uno, Dos, and Trey, they have good singles mixed in with everything. That supercut that John's talking about, it works. There is more merit within Uno, Dos, and Trey, even though you have to dig for more of it than Father of All, which was a short go screw yourself to the record label and say, we're done. So, and that's really it. So I don't know how else to really preface it besides that. So 2 things. 1, I'd have to do this right. Ta-da. Let's see if I get this. I apologize. I'm stalling. Can I get this right? Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on Rock Coliseum history, we have Pet Cam. This is Pearl. I know you other guys can't see it right now.
Oh.
But you're seeing a sleeping Pearl on camera. He's a very good boy. He's my assistant, my work buddy.
Aww.
I have it set up to like point at him, but his tail's kind of in the way, so I guess you just don't want a big... He's the floof, by the way, so...
Anyway. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, there you go.
Everyone leave a like and a super chat for Pearl. He deserves it.
Pearl is my work companion. He loves to sit in here while I'm working. So, number 2.
Oh, God.
How does Father of All get banished? Do we just... I don't even know.
It doesn't count as a record for them to get out of their contract because it's not long enough.
That's perfect. It's only an EP.
Yeah, you were actually
perfect.
3 seconds short. So,
that's cold blooded, but
also
fair,
that
fair.
record label, they would pull something like that. By the way.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
we all know how Warner and Reprise go.
I mean, again, not that I'm in Reprise's corner necessarily for this, but like, ugh.
Yeah.
Just an ugly situation all around.
It really is. It's awful. The whole industry is awful. Let's just be honest. It really is. So it was a good suggestion, though. We haven't done that one, and I get it. So there's fair points on that. So as we move on, please give a like for Pearl, by the way. He let himself in also. I don't know if you can tell. The cats and Ivan the dog can just push the door open whenever they want, no matter how hard I close it. So it's nice. It's nice. And stop. Oh. Yeah, no, that's a fun one. Okay. Song versus a song from the same artist, Journey. Any Way You Want It versus Separate Ways, Worlds Apart.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I get it. I mean, those are 2 of the banner anthems with Journey, so.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, everyone have an opinion?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is tougher for me, but I got one.
I gotcha. I know the deciding factor on mine. It's tougher, but still, I get it. So, in the order I saw them, Any Way You Want It. 1, 2, 3. Fair enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Mark, I'm close.
I know. It's not that I dislike it. Yeah.
I know.
Separate Ways. 1, 2, 3.
I kind of did want to give this to Any Way You Want It, though.
I get it.
Yeah, I'm so close with this.
Mark, in the defense for Any Way You Want It.
I just think the hook's better. I think it's a shorter, punchier song. Journey has a bad habit. Like if you listen to Journey albums, I don't recommend it. They can be a little bloated, like they can be very generic, and they can kind of run together really fast. It's an issue of a lot of hair metal out of the 80s. Anywhere You Want It is the sort of song, it's poppy, it's punchy, it sticks with you. Separate Ways always kind of dragged for me. It never stuck the way it felt like a song like Faithfully does.
I get it.
Like I think it's a much stronger epic in their catalog.
I get the argument behind that. So with Separate Ways, you talked about like bloated albums and stuff like that. Separate Ways, Worlds Apart is where the longer, more just filled writing where they just trail off and do stuff works well on a song like that. Where the keys and the synth and the guitars are all just jamming together to make something dramatic and bombastic. And I think it just works so well. And before anyone else steals this, I have to make sure, without Separate Ways, Worlds Apart, we would not have gotten the music video for Separate Ways, Worlds Apart. The greatest music video ever.
See, I got to admit that pushed me a little over the edge too. That video is golden.
What world would we live in if it didn't exist? Guys, think about that.
A
Think
separate
about that.
one.
Oh, well done. John, why don't you go next? You've earned it with that one.
Thank you. I will take my mic now, just so I can drop it.
That's your own mic, by the way.
I think I broke my mic. Separate Worlds. Every time I hear the synth intro, it just, I don't know. I'm not a huge Journey guy, but that is definitely one of my top tier cuts from them. And I really love Steve Perry's voice on that track in particular. It's a little bit more subdued in some ways, but I like the way that it kind of follows it down this like dark hallway type of pattern before building up slowly. And once the synths kind of spill over, I've heard Any Way You Want It one too many times in like an Applebee's commercial or something.
Circuit City had that back in the day. That's commercial fodder. It's
it's just done. The chorus is done to death for me, and when it gets in my head, it's an annoying, actively annoying thing for me. So had to give it to Separate Worlds.
Okay, Crash, before you go, someone just said in the chat, the video doesn't count. Oh, yes, it does, sir.
It does.
How dare you?
Yeah, especially that video. Oh, that is
it's
grounded.
Timeless.
Grounded.
It's timeless. Crash, why don't you go?
Again, this was so close. Like inches, millimeters for me. Here's the thing. I love Any Way You Want It. It's one of their more energetic songs. It's got that great guitar hook, that amazing solo. And one other thing that makes me love it to death, it was in Caddyshack. That one scene with Rodney Dangerfield. I used to haul ice up mountain, up hills every single day. Yeah? So what? So let's dance. I love that scene. I love Caddyshack. I have to give it to Separate Ways, though, for one teensy little thing. It goes so hard at karaoke. So hard at karaoke. If you can hit it, it's a hard one to do.
That's it.
But I've got the range to do it, and
by the way,
I love doing it. Yeah,
I get that. First of all, before we banish Any Way You Want It, for $1,000 worth of super chats, Crash will reenact 10 minutes of Caddyshack.
Just thinking that.
Guys, that was a really well done Rodney Dangerfield.
Caddyshack is one of my favorite movies. I could probably do the whole thing for you.
Y'all
hit them super chats, hit those likes. I would love to do this for y'all.
Has any super chat ever been more worth it than to donate to that? Really? Come on.
I can't think of one.
There's charities going on right now on live streams. No. We have a more important purpose right now.
Crash Thompson's going to be reenacting
Caddyshack.
Oh my God! Someone opens a Kickstarter.
Oh my God! Oh no! Oh, and
a shot-for-shot recreation.
Yes,
I'm down. I'll do it.
Hey, and you know what? Pearl right here. He's going to be the little gopher.
The
little ground
chuck. You got a whole story of animals that can star in it.
Perfect. All right, how do we banish Any Way You Want It?
They have no choice.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I was thinking something like they're only allowed to be in infomercials and bad stuff like the My Pillow guy. They can only be in those commercials.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He uses it in his rallies exclusively.
Yes. Oh, that's brutal.
I don't know if it does. I don't know if it deserves that kind of.
Journey would straight up retire. They're done. I would not want to be show my face. Goodness.
Jonathan Cain would be stoked.
To have a friend. Right. To have
maybe we'd be doing them a service at that point.
I know.
Journey's pretty rough these days.
Yeah, that's true. Good suggestion. I like that one. That was something out of our wheelhouse normally. That was good. So. We've been having pretty good suggestions so far, by the way. You guys are doing a good job in the chat room. I appreciate it.
Changes now.
I hope not. And sorry, I guess hit a like button if you want to see that reenactment, 10 minutes of Caddyshack from Crash Thompson. And stop. Oh, that's not a bad one at all. We're going back to the new metal days of good new metal days. System of a Down versus Deftones.
We've already done that one.
Have we done that one? Okay, we'll skip it then if we have. So
I think Mark.
It sounds familiar, so that's fine with me.
Maybe.
And stop. That's a weird one. I can't even do that. Last even remotely redeemable Maroon 5 album? Sir, you're going to have to be a little more specific and just do stuff like that, because I don't even know what that would be back in like 2002.
Overexposed.
Maybe? I'm thinking songs about Jane, and that's it, so...
Oh, it won't be soon before long.
It won't be soon before long. That's
Okay,
about where
fair.
I get tired of them. But,
Man, that was a long ago. All I'm thinking about now is I'm just thinking about now our Super Bowl, like watching that live when we did that together. We were just like our jaws dropped on the floor laughing.
Songs about Jane is coming up on being 20 years old.
It is. It is.
I thought it was 20 last year. Is it this year? Next year?
I thought it was this year.
Wow.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So
I'm lost.
Okay.
I could be wrong though. I could be wrong.
And
I'll look it
up.
fair enough. Yeah, look it up. There you go. And
Been a long time since
was
Maroon
02.
5 was good,
02.
people.
Okay.
Yeah, June 25th, 02.
It took a while to get big. Yeah.
Okay. All you youngins in the chat room, there was a time when Maroon 5 was doing things.
Back in my day, Maroon 5 was Maroon 6.
Goodness. Okay, Grandpa.
It was actually good.
Go back to bed, Grandpa. Okay, we haven't done this one out for obvious reasons because we couldn't have before the last Rock Coliseum. Song versus song. My Chemical Romance Foundations of Decay versus Fall Out Boy Love from the Other Side.
Oh.
Ooh,
I get it. And that is
Yeah.
a good one. That is a good one. Good
Yeah,
job.
sure.
I'm debating it. I'm dragging because I don't know which one.
Yeah,
I
it's
got
a
my
definitely
answer.
debatable question.
It is. That is a good one, though.
Yes. Everyone have
Okay.
an answer?
I got mine.
I think so.
Okay. In the order I see them. Foundations of Decay, My Chemical Romance. 1, 2, 3. Interesting. Fair enough. I get it.
Damn.
Yeah. No, I get it. And Fall Out Boy, Love from the Other Side. 1, 2, 3. Fair enough. And I like them. I like them both a lot. So don't get it twisted.
I mean,
I don't. Yeah.
Same.
Fair, yeah.
John, for the defense of Love from the Other Side.
Okay, so I had Foundations of Decay at number 20 on my best songs list of last year. I just, like I was talking about earlier, I'm a huge Foley fan, and this feels like a continuation of that style. And for what it's worth, I think that the My Chem track has some production issues, I think it could have been mixed a lot better. Neil Avron is producing this new Fall Out Boy stuff, and he is like their classic producer. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to make them sound great. And with the orchestral addition to the intro of the track, I've played the hell out of this thing, and it's only been out 2 weeks. So
I got you. Crash for My Chemical Romance Foundations of Decay.
Again, I do get it. They are both great songs. I am impressed as hell by what Fall Out Boy has been doing here recently. Again, I'm not the biggest Fall Out Boy defender. I am not Mr. Fall Out Boy in this particular discussion, but even I'm impressed by their latest output here. But still, I gotta give it to Foundations. To keep it short and sweet, Foundations, again, I think I said this the last time I had to talk about this song. It's a brave, bold, exciting new direction. Whereas Fall Out Boy, I love it. I love, I forgot the song title already. I love that.
Love from the Other Side.
Love from the Other Side. Thank you. I love Love from the Other Side. But again, like you even said, John, feels like the stuff they should have been doing since Foley. I mean, shame on you, Mania. Shame on you, American Beauty, American Psycho. This is where you should have been earlier. Yeah. I'm glad you're here now, but
fair enough.
Yeah.
Mark, why don't you go for Foundations of Decay?
I'm gonna click on this because I've actually already reviewed Love for the Other Side on my Instagram and TikTok. I think it's really good. I think Foundations of the Decay has the slightest of edge because, again, as Crash is saying, it's doing something new. It's doing something where I haven't seen MCR is gonna go. It could be interesting. I don't know how heavy it's going to translate later. It leaves me with more questions than answers, whereas the new Fall Out Boy song just gives me a lot of answers. Good answers, but I've already heard them.
Okay, fair enough. And I'll just go really quick. You kind of took my kind of key points from that. I love what Fall Out Boy's done. The other side, Love from the Other Side of the Apocalypse is such a return to form in the best way possible. They delivered on what many Fall Out Boy fans have wanted for a long time. They delivered in a nice little package. My Chemical Romance opened our eyes like, whoa, this is not only a new venture for something sounding slightly different, it's working. It's actually making me thirsty for more. It's making me want to see what's next so badly. So it's not so much relief as it is what's next. The anticipation comes from Foundations more. And it's just by a hair. I really do enjoy both. You're not going to twist it that I dislike one. Go ahead, Mark.
Do we know when MCR's album is coming?
Nope.
We don't even know if it exists.
Oh, yeah. Technically, we don't even know if an album is coming.
I'll say this. My Chemical Romance has done a great job keeping all that to their chest. They keep it
They really
quiet.
have.
Yeah. So
It might be a surprise drop.
it
Could be. And I would
They can get away with
champion
it.
that.
They can get away with it. So
I love MCR so much, even I would forgive them for it.
Yeah.
And I hate
Yeah,
it when bands do that.
Just drop it on my ass. I don't care.
I do be simping.
Hey,
You know,
what's
I do be simping just a little bit.
Hey,
We all
Paramore has an album coming out soon, right? Just do it on that day. Just pile it on.
Okay.
Pile it
Yeah.
on. So
Give me a week and I'll be simping
yeah.
for that one.
Love from the other side. Love from the other side. Unfortunately, does have to go to the apocalypse, and it has to be re-recorded in the version of Mania. So
Oh no! I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
yeah.
too.
Or like
Yeah.
their second single that they rolled out for this album.
Yes, yeah, well, I
Nah.
wasn't. It's
Nah.
grown on me.
It's
a
not
little
bad.
Bit, but
It's not
It's
bad.
not
It is
bad.
not bad. No, I would take that all day over the last couple 5-6 years of Fall Out Boy. I'd gladly take that. So I'm fine with the
It's
second
great.
single too.
It's grown
Yeah.
on me a bit more, but I'd still
too.
do kind of see where you're coming from.
But it's also no love from the other side, which is home run. So okay, very good one. Understandably good. Good suggestions continue. Thank you guys very much. If you like either of those songs and you want to see a Fall Out Boy MyCam co-headline stadium tour, hit the like button. Could they pull that off for a stadium tour? Would it get enough attention?
None of us would be able to afford it.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Right. Thanks.
Still recovering from
Ticketmaster.
Hella Mega over
I was
here.
going to say, that Green Day Hella Mega tour must have been brutal. So,
Yeah.
Blink-182. What I'm talking, we can't even afford Blink-182. What am I talking about?
Seriously.
Goodness.
Seriously.
So,
Right. No, for real. Oh.
okay. We'll do 2 more, and then we'll call halftime. This has been really good. This has flown by pretty well. Okay, if we've done this one already on screen, we might have done it in the document, but I'm pretty sure we have. I don't think we've done it on screen. If we have, let me know. The Decembrists.
I don't think we've done this on screen.
I don't think we
no.
have. No.
Well enough to do December.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. We'll skip it then. That's fine.
Thumbs up in case anyone's curious.
True.
Small thumbs up, but I'm not super knowledgeable.
I don't love
about them.
everything.
I like
I'm
everything
in
I've heard.
Crash.
Yeah.
I'm in Crash's
Yeah,
boat on
see,
that.
I don't love every album they've done, but the albums that are good are amazing.
Sure.
So, also,
It's
I
about
saw
where
them,
I'm at too.
I saw them live. They had like 10 people on stage. It was great. So
Yeah. That's actually
Yeah,
how I
so-
got into them, was accidentally seeing them live. So
I got you. Yeah. So
Good live band.
we're rolling on. We are not doing that one. No. Goodness, no.
Just vetoing a lot of the really bad ones.
Ooh.
Anytime it starts with Trapped, I'm just foregoing it.
No,
So-
come on.
many are
Why,
we-
why,
are we still
why
doing
waste
Trapped?
your time?
Yeah.
Why
Guys,
waste your
We're
time?
not going to do it.
Why
How
would
about
you-
this? Trap is off limits.
Yeah, come on. Why would you even waste your time typing that out? That's 5 letters on your search history that's going to be permanent. So, goodness. Okay. And stop. Have we done this one? I think we have. Again, another of its time. We might have. Correct me if I haven't. Band versus band. Rage Against the Machine versus System of a Down.
I'm pretty sure we've
I
done
think
Yeah,
we
we
have.
have.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. And stop. Okay, we're gonna make some of you cry. I'm pretty sure we have not done this one. There's no way.
Oh boy.
Album versus album. Coldplay's Viva La Vida versus Radiohead's OK Computer.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm thinking to myself, there
Mark,
again,
do we dare?
it is an apples and oranges thing, but still, I get it.
I see where
Yeah.
their head's at.
Yeah, I get
but
it.
All right.
Damn.
This is tricky. This is trickier. This is trickier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it
Oh,
shouldn't
yeah.
be this
Ooh.
tricky.
It's
Ooh.
more evenly matched than I think some people will want to admit.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
seriously.
Yeah,
Oh,
evenly matched. Yes,
absolutely.
even if they're both totally different in my mind, it's still evenly matched for what it represents for both bands. Okay.
I'm going with this.
Everyone's saying ouch, no, ouch. in the
Yeah,
chat.
no. Y'all, that's how we feel. Like, oh, really?
All
This
right.
might be a even
Ooh.
splitter.
In the order I see them. Coldplay's Viva La Vida. 1, 2, 3. Oh,
Okay.
is it even split? And
Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, I get it. Radiohead's OK Computer. 1, 2, 3.
And you know the poll is going to be dead close for this too.
I'm going to start the
I
poll
don't
now.
know if it will. I don't know if the poll will be that close.
Okay.
We'll see.
I don't know. We'll
John?
find out. Okay, so John, why don't you go first? I'm going to start making the poll now.
Okay. Well, Viva La Vida, it really is closer in my mind than I think that I would want to admit, because I think we're all trained to automatically go, oh, it's okay, computer. Like, it's obviously the winner, right? I think there's days where I might have a different answer. It flip-flops. But one of the announcements that I was actually going to make, and I'll make it now, I am finally doing Radiohead Ranked. I am ranking all of their albums, and it will be out later this month. And
That's
a
discussion.
I'm in my Radiohead zone right now, okay? I got to go with it. And it's obviously a masterpiece. What am I going to add here that hasn't been added to that conversation a million times? I just want to say kudos to Viva La Vida as well, because that's Coldplay's magnum opus. But still, slight edge to okay.
Crash, why don't you go for the second defense of OK Computer?
Oh, again, for me, this is so hard because, man, these albums are so close and they are so similar in so many different ways. They're albums that both kind of served as big, bold, new steps for the bands. They were both big, sort of experimental sort of things. People didn't expect albums like these from these bands, and they just sort of rewrote their entire narrative. I think at the end of the day, I had to give it to OK Computer because, in my mind at least, and I know we can debate this up and down all day and all night, Viva La Vida was Coldplay's peak. To me, that is the best album they ever made. Yeah, I know we can argue this, but like, still, to me, that is their peak. That is as good as they ever got. OK Computer, for as brilliant and as revolutionary and as wonderful as that album is, I wouldn't even say it's their best record. I'm a Benz man, and like Benz is so good. And even the stuff they built off of when they pivoted again with Kid A and Amnesiac, it's like, man, to me, Viva La Vida serves as like a climax, as like an apex of sorts. Radiohead just kept getting even better and even crazier, and that's what kind of barely pushed it over the edge. Again, I'm with John. Ask me tomorrow, I might have a different answer for you, but like,
I get it.
That's what pushed it for me.
Mark, why don't you go? I'm giving them more time to vote on this one too, to be fair. So
agree with Crash on most of this, because I agree. Viva La Vida is the apex of what Coldplay was capable of doing. And I'll also say that OK Computer is not Radiohead's best album. I'm also a fan of the Bends. I stick up for In Rainbows. Does not get nearly enough acclaim as it deserves.
Agreed.
Amazing.
Great
record.
But at the same time, OK Computer has an attitude of alienation. It's very downbeat. It's very depressing, very paranoid album. You have to kind of wallow in that space, and it works for what it is. But if I want a better wallowing album, I'll go to the Bends. But I'm not always in a wallowing mood, and like now, there's a part of me that also can step up and saying that just be careful. What Radiohead was doing at that time was not that revolutionary, because there was a lot of other prog rock bands in UK around that time, like Porcupine Tree and Travis, that were doing this sort of thing anyway. So beyond that, I also tend to think that I like the production on Viva La Vida a bit better, and I also think Viva La Vida has better singles, just flat out.
Well, yeah.
You have Viva, you have the title track, you have Violet Hill. Very few things can beat that.
Very true.
And also, was Strawberry Swing a single as well?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It might have been the third or fourth or something like that. But
yeah,
it was one of the last ones I remember.
Right.
I'll be very brief with it just because we've talked so much. Every single one of you said factual statements on a lot of this stuff too. Whereas with Radiohead's OK Computer, that was the perfect pivot to reinvigorate and reinvent what Radiohead was. You really have to be in the right mood for it, and you really have to understand everything's going on. Viva La Vida is an anytime album. It is an anytime you can play beginning to end and enjoy every second of it, whether singles or the hidden songs or things like that. You can sing along and dance around the room with 42 and the title track. You can just be in that type of mode. And it's also just more personal for me because I listened to Viva La Vida more than OK Computer growing up for obvious reasons, because I was too young for OK Computer. Most of us were when it came out. But at the same time, I just had more time with it. That's it. Love both. Both are amazing. And I do also agree with you. This is Coldplay's best. And boy, I miss that. I miss saying that, looking forward to Coldplay.
You're telling me that Music of the Spheres Volume 1 isn't their best album? Luke?
I'm saying it's not exactly the grand slam they had in the 2000s. So
I have to admit, later Coldplay may have unfairly swayed my opinion a bit. Here.
I get that too. I get it. You know, it's a totally different generation.
I can argue that later Radiohead kind of swayed some of my opinion too.
Again, fair.
I love a moon-shaped sphere.
I stand by Ghost Stories was fine. I enjoyed it for it was something different. So.
Ghost Stories is underrated as hell, guys. Stop sleeping on
Music of the Spheres. I think I'm the only one.
It wasn't even close in the chat, though.
I'm happy you're happy.
Yeah, same.
Oh, yeah.
Computer ran away with it.
So
ran away with it.
Okay, computer, 62%, Viva La Vida, 37%. So, guys, I get it.
No surprises.
Yeah, and that's fine. So,
But Butterfly is better than OK Computer.
Ooh.
That's a rate your music joke.
Okay, gotcha.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure I've seen that. I was like, I'm not going to take the bait.
So for punishment, Viva La Vida or for Coldplay, does Chris Martin have to get back with Gwyneth Paltrow and just to be broken up again? And then she has to write
no one
another
deserves.
album?
No
He's
one
the new
deserves that
CEO of Goop.
This is Rock Coliseum. We have to have punishments for these losers.
We need Goop for men.
Oh, no, we don't. Can you imagine how bad that candle would smell? Yikes.
Yeah, dude, do you really want a candle that smells like my dick? No one wants that. No one wants that. No, you heard about that, right? Like that.
I know.
The Gwyneth Paltrow. Okay, I don't need to explain that.
The candle that smells like
it was not. Yeah, it was not a joke. It was a factual comparable statement to what Goop is. But
well, no, that actually happened. One of the products for the chat, for anyone who doesn't know it, one of the products that they sold was literally a candle that said, "This smells like my vagina."
Gwyneth Paltrow. Pepper Potts.
Gwyneth Paltrow, yeah.
Pepper Potts, man, she's having some hard times after Tony Stark died. She's trying to make money any way she can.
Ooh.
She had to get a new job.
Also, I weep for the people that walk in, like the workers at Bed Bath and at Bath and Body Works, saying, "No, we don't sell candles like that. Get out of the store!" all the time.
Yes,
Goodness.
do you have the vagina candle in stock?
Get out! Get out of here! We are at halftime.
That's on aisle 69, right over there.
Oh goodness! Yeah, right in traffic. Our candles, we serve those right in traffic. Just
right
stop
over there,
in
across
the ground.
the street.
Yes,
there's 6 lanes. Just run across.
It's right there. I promise. Just go.
What immediately jumped into my head was Alicia Keys' "This Girl Is on Fire."
With the candle. Oh.
This badge is on fire. Sounds like an ad for something else.
Yeah.
That girl needs a shower.
This is when you can come into the room and hit Luke upside the head.
Gretchen, first of all, thank you for helping with mod. You're the best. Second, everyone say Gretchen is the best in chat. Third, please know I did not say any of that, by the way. Don't hit me on the back of the head.
We're sorry, Gretchen. We're a terrible influence. You know this. We apologize.
I blame Pearl, honestly.
No, do not blame Pearl. Pearl is blameless.
Honestly, Pearl's the good boy. So,
yeah.
Pearl, I have pet cam up right now. Pearl is snoozing. He is resting in his spot. He is very happy right now. He doesn't cause trouble. Some of his brothers and sister, yeah, sometimes.
But now we're at halftime.
We are at halftime. Thank you, guys. We're going to take a quick 2 minutes. Just stretch out. Get your thoughts. I need to get another water. We are going to go to Super Chats. And they're read at random. And please keep them coming. Again, we're read at random, so don't think if you get one in now, it won't bet it. I mean, no, Gretchen, do not come in to hit me. No. I see you in chat.
Y'all drop a super chat.
Drop
a super chat and a like if you want Gretchen to deck Luke on stream.
For 50
200 likes. We're almost at 200 likes. 200 likes, and Gretchen comes in and
no, Gretchen. There has not been a super
chat
chat for this yet. No.
I feel like I'm in a horror movie.
No, Gretchen. I see you in the reflection. You cannot do it unless if there's a $50 super chat. Gretchen is allowed to come and slap me upside the head. $50 though. You better make it worth it.
Y'all, that's the best 50
and she has
bucks
to say "you dingus" as she does it.
That's fine.
I may give that. Heck.
Crash is like, let me check my bank account.
So you're doing ranked for Radiohead.
Yes.
That's
yes,
a discussion. That's
that's going to be
intense.
a hefty undertaking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually already been a hefty undertaking because I've been listening. Well, it's February now, but I spent most of January just kind of like revisiting their entire catalog and kind of, laying it out where I thought each album would land.
Yeah.
And it's already changed 5 times, so
I get it.
We'll see.
Like, it is an enjoyable process, I'm sure, but like trying to change that, and I'm sure you probably already had to reorder stuff. Constantly
rearranging and just being like, what nudges this slightly above this one? It's one of those bands where I like, especially like, okay, like nobody's putting Pablo Honey at number 1. But,
yeah, I get it though.
After a certain point, like the bins and everything else, it starts to be like, all right, is this what an inch above this, a millimeter above, a millimeter under? Yeah. So, but either way, I am excited to finally be doing it, and I finally decided to pull the trigger on it because Radiohead we're kind of on a hiatus or whatever now.
Yes, yeah.
And the Smiles doing their thing, hoping to catch them on tour this summer. They're actually coming to North Carolina, so
that's awesome.
Fingers crossed I can get tickets.
Yeah.
Hi, Gretchen.
Hey. Gretchen is petting Ivan in the back, by the way. I need to go pet them and get a water before we go. Mark, we were just talking about Radiohead for ranked for John.
Yeah. Gonna be ranking their albums, Mark. And where do you stand on their early discography, like Pablo Honey? Because I know you're a big Benz fan, but like the early stuff.
Their best album, I think Pablo Honey is uneven. I don't think it's their worst album though.
What do you think is their worst album?
Hail to the Thief. Yeah,
that's a nerve.
I know it's a nerve, but I think to me, I think the political commentary doesn't work. I think that it's trying to be really angry, but it doesn't play it off very well. I'll stick up for the King of Limbs more than I'll stick up for Hail to the Thief.
Damn.
Ooh,
dude, man. Hail to the Thief is like top 3 Radiohead for me.
Not close for me.
Man, I can't get behind. I can't get into King of Limbs.
Damn. Yeah. Outside of a few tracks like Lotus Flower's amazing. There are some good tracks on there, but overall, I'm kind of with you, Crash.
It's never clicked for me. I don't hate King of Limbs.
I know I'm on the outside looking in with Hail to the Thief. I know that a lot of people like it. I know what it was at the moment in time that it was.
Yeah, like the war in Iraq and everything going on with the world. I do get where you're coming from. Some of the commentary especially is a little outdated in the way they went about it, at least.
Very fair.
Commentary is outdated more than I think that the execution didn't really translate the way I was hoping it could. Like, again, I think a lot of it's the context in which it was in that just did not click for me. I'm like, this should be way better than it is, especially with that kind of political angle to it. Whereas the King of Limbs, bizarrely, I got more into it with getting more into IDM and getting more into more interesting electronic music. So it's an odd listen, but more often than not, I like it a lot. I like it more than parts of Moonshaped Pool, which I find just drags like no one's business.
That's the album that got me into Radiohead.
No kidding.
Ooh. Yep. I was a naysayer for many years, but I was young, and I think that I just wasn't in the right mentality for a lot of their headier music, especially. But I don't know why. I don't know. A Moonshaped Pool. I love that record as well.
Go figure. Hey, happy it clicked eventually, though. That's definitely nice to hear.
I am looking forward to that ranked video because I'm curious myself because I don't even know where I would put anything, and I don't want to have to spend the brain processing power.
Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot of brain power.
Yeah.
That is a very weighted discussion. That is a very hard topic to tackle, and there is no right answer. Yeah. None.
And that's fair too. Right, you can't be too mad at one person's Radiohead ranking.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I'm going to try and emphasize. It's like, come on, guys, like it's obviously up to your own discretion. These are just mine.
I may have provided one of the possible wrong answers or one of the more contentious answers.
Man, that's Hail to the Thief. Or not Hail to the Thief.
Hail to
King of Limbs.
Hail to the But I was talking King of Limbs. Like, man, nobody can seem to make up their mind on that record.
It's true.
That is, no, I've heard great defenses of that record. I wish I could get behind them. Some of them, But
I understand. That's the thing. I like it when bands make stuff for people who aren't typically a fan of them necessarily. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people who maybe aren't into Radiohead might actually click with King of Limbs, like Mark was saying, if you're getting into more electronic leaning music.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Would also like to say one thing I told Gretchen about the deal. If there's a $50 super chat, she's allowed to come slap me upside the head and call me a dingus. $50 though, guys. You got to really want it.
I'm amazed we haven't seen it yet, people. Come on, that would be like the best. That would be the best super chat we've ever gotten. Period.
She's gonna sneak in
$100 and she uses the guitar.
Not that guitar. You're gonna have someone else angry if you do that. Yikes. So, that's a custom. So
fine, we'll do the bass.
There you go. So I'm gonna plug my headphones in really quick before we start. I have the super chats popped up. We're all good. These are super chats from here out. Are you guys good to go for an hour?
Good to go.
Okay, let me get this plugged in. Bam. There we go. I heard it beep, but I was just like, okay, I want to make sure it's safe, or else I won't be able to hear. Okay, super chats from now on. Remember, these are read at random, so feel free to keep them coming. We will get them in. Don't worry about that. And we will go through all of them in a super chat document after the show. Probably posted tomorrow evening, whenever we get it done. We cover them all. These are usually fun. It can get ridiculous, though, so I apologize in advance. Goodness. Okay.
I've already seen a few ridiculous
I have
ones
two.
out here.
Goodness,
Whoa.
I have two. Oh, goodness.
Whoa.
Okay.
We're going to be...
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay, first we got Wade Kemsies. That's a fun last name. Okay, that's adorable. I can't even be mad at it. Okay, we're going back to the 90s. Spin Doctors versus Hootie and the Blowfish.
Ooh.
That's adorable. I gotta love it. So
Yeah, you never hear about these bands anymore. Sure.
no,
Why not?
We're well, at least I know I am old enough to know when these bands were around. So
I mean, we were all alive at least during
Yes,
the
we
time
were.
that they were,
no, we're familiar with both. So
Yeah.
in the order I see them, Spin Doctors. 1, 2, 3.
For me, this is kind of easy. Oh, okay.
Ah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay.
All right.
For Hootie and the Blowfish, 1, 2, 3. Cracked rear view above everything the Spin Doctors have done, and that's it. That's it. Goodness.
I don't even like.
We don't have to go one. We don't have to go one at a time either. We can all just jump over
yeah.
these.
Okay. Credit where it's due to Cracked Rear View, but hot take: not everything off of that album has aged like solid gold. Only want to be with you.
I like that song.
Well, every Hallmark movie plays that for the last 20 years, so of course it's not going to be good anymore.
I want to throw some credit to Spin Doctors because, yeah, Two Princes, yeah, the big hits, we know those, but Spin Doctors actually got their start as a pretty decent jam band, and they have some very good stuff in that particular style. After their bomb of a second record, things do kind of pick up a little bit from there, and there is a lot of hidden talent between them. If you ever see them live, okay, it's a goofy show. It is a goofy show. But they know how to play, and they do deliver. And I'm the weirdo who does defend some jam bands. So I don't know. They're a guy. I don't want to throw them under the bus. And Hootie's back. Spin Doctors have some hidden gems in their back catalog. You spin through it, you'll probably be surprised. Most of Hootie's back catalog is just it's nothing. It is Cracked Rear View over and over and over again until later on when Darius becomes a bit more country and then they get a little more interesting. But it's a lot of there's a lot of dead space in that back catalog for them. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, sorry.
Poll is open. We're only keeping this for like 30 seconds, so get your votes in.
Vote.
I would also like to point out, unrelated, before Mark, before you go, Gretchen does a great Hootie impression. Okay, Mark, go ahead.
I kind of believe it. The one thing I will say about Hootie and the Blowfish is that there has been one thing that I feel like we're missing a lot in modern 2022 bands is the bar band that actually makes it big and has some persistent staying power, at least in the cultural consciousness. I feel like there's a lack of good bar bands out these days. At least something that has a certain amount of cultural staying power. You can put it on and just jam out and have a good time. You go to country to get a lot of that, but it's not the same as a good alternative rock bar band.
Fair enough. I also want to point out, this is my inhaler for asthma. Don't get me in trouble with YouTube saying it's something else. Goodness, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, what you hitting over there, Luke? Give me some of that. Medicine, that is.
I don't think you would want it. This is not exactly as fun as it looks. So,
Yeah.
all right, to the poll. Oh, come on. Really?
What do we?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
Doctors.
In
yeah.
Doctors, let's go.
See, again, y'all, I'm sorry, that Fairweather Johnson ass era, I get it. Again, Cracked Review is a masterpiece. We are fortunate to have it. I will always give credit where it's due. But again, Spin Doctors,
Spin
again,
Doctors
they
to
edge
me,
out just a little bit more.
I've not seen live either of these bands live. But
Again, I was genuinely surprised when I saw them live. It was a long time ago, but they genuinely kind of knocked me off my seat. So,
all right,
again,
all
credit
right.
where it's due.
Fine. I'm gonna do the rest of the
Luke,
screen like this.
Lil Miss can't be wrong. Lil Miss can't be wrong. I'm sorry. It's just how
Gotta go back to the thing. Thank you all very much. And stop. Oh, we're sticking with the 90s, but I like this one way more. Better argument. Album versus album from the 90s again. No Doubt's Tragic Kingdom versus Garbage's self-titled Garbage.
Ooh.
Let me look
I
at the
like-
track list for that one again.
I like that way more of an argument, by the way.
I just want to refresh
Go ahead.
my memory as well.
To know which songs are on
Really
which. I get that. I get
90s
that.
were a
Yeah.
little while ago, okay.
Guys, I get that. So let me know when you guys are ready.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Oh,
Mark, you good?
Yep.
Garbage. Or no, because it's in the order I'm seeing. So No Doubt, Tragic Kingdom. 1, 2, 3. One.
Okay.
Fair.
Okay.
I get it too.
I'll
Garbage.
be the odd man out.
1, 2, 3.
It's close.
It's close.
It's so close.
It's on the
That's what I'm
strength of
saying.
Shirley Manson, and that's it for me. That's really the
Mhm.
writing. Shirley Manson is so top tier for what she's been able to do. That's it. So
Yeah.
very different albums too in tone.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Apples,
much so.
a bit of an apples and oranges comparison
It
there.
is.
But
Yeah. I grew up with Tragic Kingdom. It's like one of those albums that was very integral to my days, and I think that's why I give it the slight edge.
Yeah, Tragic Kingdom has a lot of fun stuff on it. To be
I throw
fair.
Tragic Kingdom against Sublime's debut. I think it's a more interesting balance.
I would still
get
go with
that.
Tragic Kingdom.
I would
feel
go with
like that
Tragic
would
Kingdom
be
with
a
that
Over
too.
Tragic Kingdom there for sure.
Yeah.
see, I might. Yeah, that would be a harder decision. But yeah.
Yeah. So I still say Garbage. Again, the writing from the three, they do so well with both electronic and just a standard rock. And they show
Yeah.
that off on the debut. And again, Shirley Manson's so great. And I love Tragic
Shout
Kingdom.
out Butch
too.
Vig too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love
Yeah.
Tragic Kingdom, but yeah, I would go with Garbage overall in terms of quality. And that saying that this Tragic Kingdom's great. So
One
that's
thing
it.
you can say is that a lot of Garbage's influence is starting to really pop up in a lot of the kids these days.
Yes.
Absolutely.
As it
Bit of a
should.
resurgence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As it should. So that was a good one. I do like that one. We don't have to punish. Well, how would you punish Tragic Kingdom? I don't even know. I don't.
Already married
I
to
think
Blake.
I think Gwen Stefani lately has been punishing herself.
Yeah,
enough.
I was
Man,
kind of
oh,
thinking
man.
that. I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't just. Maybe we should just back away
We're
slowly.
just gonna, yeah.
We're gonna save the other. We're gonna save the other three guys who made Dream Cars. Like we're gonna rescue you out
Yeah,
of this.
give
You
us
do
another
something
Dream
else.
Car album.
It was
See, I'd be down for
surprisingly
that.
good. When I
Yeah,
first heard that,
seriously.
I remember making the press release for that before the album came out. All the comments were like, "What?" And it worked. So
He did.
yeah.
Kill for
So-
Candy's a great track.
Mhm. That was from
Agreed,
Chris Doman,
agreed.
by the way. Thank you, Chris Doman. We go next to, oh man, this is gonna pull at Gretchen's heartstrings. From Steven, Ghost song versus song, Mariana Cross versus Dance Macabre.
Oh, not close.
Hmm. Not close for me either.
Not for me either, but still. Crash, you got one?
It's a little closer for me, but yeah, I can do this.
Okay. Mariana Cross, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Damn.
You know what? No. I'm coming into. I'm coming
Okay.
into.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming
Split.
into. I'm sorry. Yeah. I see. This was close for me, but it's like, yeah, no, I'm coming in for this.
So Dance Macabre, 1, 2, 3. For those who are not aware, that's the first song that Gretchen and I danced to at our wedding. So
Yes.
See again.
He has to
So
pick it.
it's like, yeah. So again, there's a bit of an edge there.
I would have said that one anyway, though. I mean, Dance Macabre is such the perfect amalgamation of what Ghost is all about when not trying to be doom or fake satanic. You know, I always like to say Ghost is Spirit Halloween satanic. So yeah, but yeah,
Crash, be honest. How much of putting Mary on the cross is here because of TikTok?
Don't even deny that, but it's still it's a damn good bop, and I'm happy, even though it's late, I'm happy it's getting the respect it deserves.
Was it like
because
2 years?
TikTok's chaos. About 2 years, yeah.
Both of the tracks on Satanic Panic, 7 Inches of Satanic Panic, are great.
Kiss the Go-Go.
Kiss the Go-Go.
Yep.
Yeah. And Luke, I do have a bit of an announcement here, actually, for the whole chat. I want to leave this up to your discretion, but we did get a $50 pledge from So Very Introverted. Sorry, Luke. Also not sure if it... Oh, okay. Well, maybe later, but yeah. We do have that $50 pledge.
Wait a second.
It is Canadian.
That's Canadian dollars.
Let's do the conversion math here. Mark, can you do that for us?
I will look up the conversion. I don't believe
I don't know.
that hits $50 American.
I don't know, guys. This is a big discussion right here. I don't know if that's what we disclaimed on what this is. Guys, come on.
I mean, I want to give credit where it's due. It is a $50 pledge. But... conversion-wise, that only comes out to about $37.16, give or take.
Ooh.
And again, we didn't
never
clarify.
specified.
We never specified. All we said was $50 pledge.
Yeah, we did not say if that was euros, if it was what it was, you know. So
That's a lot. Holy God.
Yeah, what CAD?
50 euros? Holy crap.
Yeah, 50 euros.
Get in here, Gretchen.
Yo, Gretchen, come hit me. I'll do that for you.
Just come hit all of us. If
hit
it's
all of
50
us.
euros. I'll take a head blow to the head for 50 euros.
I tell you what, let's do the $50 one just because he said it.
Yeah.
KT Tunstall versus Brandi Carlile. I'll have to bow out of that one.
I only know the Black Horse and Cherry Tree song from KT Tunstall, but that's really all I know.
I'm not the most educated on Brandi Carlile. Let me look up. Am I confusing her with someone else? I might be confusing her with someone else.
She consistently makes Obama's playlists.
Yeah. No, I've heard of her. I haven't heard a ton of her stuff, though, so...
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm allowed
Yes.
a light slap. How late we talking?
Gretchen, is something the matter? I don't know what's going on, everybody.
Hi, Gretchen.
Hi, Gretchen.
You dingus.
She said. John says, "Ya dingus."
You did.
Oh, she got him too. Oh,
Knocked the hair off the back of his head.
ooh. Damn. You can tell Luke used to be a wrestler because he sold that like a pro.
Yeah.
Just
I
like,
did
ooh.
sell that.
Same thing. I muted it, and I just told Gretchen, "You slapped a pro wrestler. Of course, I'm gonna sell it and make it look good."
See? Yep. You
gotta go down.
He knows. Yep. See, again, whatever denomination, that was worth a 50.
Yes, it was.
No, I'll give you your money's worth. I'm just saying.
There's the guitar.
Are you Hardy or Jeff Jarrett now?
How much for a super chat for Hardy to come hit you with a guitar?
Goodness. No more encouraging Gretchen with violence. Sheesh. Goodness. Did you guys come with a discussion? I'm sorry. I completely derailed everything.
We completely forgot.
Okay.
Yeah.
KT Tunstall versus Brandi Carlile.
Yeah, okay. I'm ready.
Okay. KT Tunstall.
I gotta bow out.
I have to bow out. So yeah, KT Tunstall. 1, 2, 3.
I almost feel like I should bow out because I haven't heard as much of Brandi Carlile, but I like KT Tunstall.
Gotcha.
I'd say I've.
And Brandi Carlile. 1, 2, 3.
I don't even know the other artists. But
If anyone actually wants to do the deep dive into Brandi Carlile, it's absolutely worth it. A lot of her music in terms of like country and alternative country is excellent. I think the best place to jump She gets with Dave Cobb on 2018's By the Way I Forgive You, which is phenomenal. It actually earned its Grammy. Like it earned a Grammy nomination for Album of the Year. It's actually deserved. But what's more important is that in 2019, she teamed up with Maren Morris, Natalie Henby, and Amanda Shires for The Highwomen. And that album ruled.
Oh, that's where I know that name from. Oh yeah, The Highwomen. That was a great record.
I know the name, but I don't know the music. So
the album is it's basically take all the women in Nashville who are not in the indie scene and make amazing music, put them all in a room together and have them do harmonies. It's incredible.
Okay. Fair enough.
Like Miranda Lambert shows up as a co-writer, Laurie McKenna co-writes a bunch of songs. It's phenomenal.
By the way, that $50 Canadian super chat for Casey Tunstall versus Brandi Carlile was from So Very Introverted. Not very introverted if you're paying people to slap each other on the internet, are you? Goodness.
Well,
Honestly, that may be the most introverted of all.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. You're paying people to do it for you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Goodness. Okay. As we move on, thank you very much. Okay. From Goku-san DBZ, we were talking about this a little already. Coldplay album versus album. Ghost Stories versus Music of the Spheres.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Okay.
Did everyone just grumble at the same time?
Yeah.
I grumbled. I don't know. if
I
anybody else
groaned.
did. I grumbled a little. It was a little grumble.
I
Just a
grumbled,
little.
griped, and groaned, okay?
Okay, fair enough. Ghost Stories. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Music of the Spheres was pretty bad.
It was.
It was
I
pretty
don't
rough.
think it is, but at the same time, I also think that we only have a piece of the story. If the second part of that album comes out and fleshes it out a little more, I'm willing to. I think there's more to be said there. That's all I'm saying.
Fair. Absolutely fair.
And
By
I
the
didn't
way-
hate the BTS song as much as everyone else did, but
I thought that one was actually one of the better tracks on the album.
So did I. It was
fine.
okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I forgot
Catchy.
to get the poll. The Gretchen slap knocks a little bit of common sense out of me. The poll for Ghosts, Mariana Cross versus Dance Macabre. Mariana Cross lost handily to Dance
Big
Macabre.
time.
Dance
I
Macabre,
understand.
78%. So, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Completely understandable.
There's
but-
video footage of us dancing with our first dance. Crash, I think, even posted that too. Of us dancing. Gretchen
believe
in her
so,
beautiful
yep.
wedding dress to Dance Macabre. And some of the older people in the wedding probably going, what the heck? So, it was nice. So, hey.
Yeah.
As we move on from Stephen Paul's, sorry, I mispronounced everything. Wet Leg. We haven't done that one.
No, we haven't.
okay.
Crash, you got an opinion?
I can do Wet Leg, yeah.
Okay. Wet Leg. 1, 2, 3.
I'm the least knowledgeable here, but
Okay.
I like what I've heard.
Okay.
Okay.
Mark for well, again, we're not just
Really?
we're all just throwing out. So say whatever you want.
I think this band's derivative is all hell. I think their writing isn't very good at all. I think the presentation just comes across as faux obnoxious and smarmy on a level that just rubs me the wrong way. I've heard this sound done better in the indie scene. Any other band on Bandcamp could do this. The reason Wet Leg is as big as they are is because they are so well connected within Domino. It drives me off the wall. I get why they're there. I get their appeal. It does not work for me.
I loved Wet Legs last year. That was one of my favorite numbers.
I'm the
last year.
opposite of all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone, I get it. I know
Some of the writing,
I loved it.
The writing, I think, is the snark. I think is some of the charm of Wet Leg, and I think that's what's hooked me a little bit. It's not meant to be Shakespeare. It's meant to be snarky, comeback, just not obnoxious, but yeah, cheeky is a good word for it. So
Yeah.
I don't know, and I'm not saying other bands can't do it better. They absolutely can. I think they do it great though. That's just me.
I know. When I did my review of Wet Leg self-title, I got so much backlash. So I know I'm on the outside looking at you.
I bet you did.
I got enough. I think most of us got enough backlash from Maneskin. So whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
We
all
all
the
did.
Italians.
We
all of the
riled
Italians.
them.
Are
on
we
the
allowed in
comment.
Italy ever again? Is this stream banned in Italy?
I've
now?
never even been, guys. I never even got to go.
Well, here's the thing. For as much as we can say, it never comes across as harshly as it comes across from one of their own. Did you see Fantano's review?
I did not.
Yeah,
I have not. Mm.
Yeah.
Did he really
I
hate it?
believe it.
No, he was harder than most of us were. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't
he
even-
went in. He went in hard.
Dang. Well,
I think he
hopefully
gave it
that
like
takes the heat off of us.
Yeah, y'all
I'm sure it
got
did.
so pissy at us, and then
Man.
Melon came in and killed you.
I'm like,
Killed you
guys, I did
dead.
not give it that bad of a score. Come on.
Is Italy
Fine.
burning flannel in the streets after that one as protest? Goodness.
Did he just sit there with his red flannel on for 10 minutes?
Oh, okay. The angry Italian is not an impression I want to do on this stream.
Oh
okay?
goodness,
That's
no. We are not crossing that lane.
I am
Goodness.
not. I
You
am
got
not getting us
Caddyshack
canceled
already,
for that.
so
Yeah.
goodness.
It's a me, Anthony.
Hey, was that Chris Pratt in the Super Mario movie you just did, John?
It sure was, also of Garfield fame.
Oh, goodness.
Oh,
Let's go, Luigi. We gotta save the princess.
Luigi.
Yeah, it might as well be. Goodness. From
Princess Poch.
Poch. From Tom Randall, album versus album from two different bands. The Strokes' "Room on Fire" versus Arctic Monkeys' "Favorite Worst Nightmare."
Oh.
I get it.
Oh, I love it. Sophomore versus sophomore. I get it.
And it's been a while
Yeah.
since it's been a while since I've listened to both.
same.
I've listened to both within the past year at some point, I think.
Here. Okay.
I got an answer. Everyone else?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got one. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
In the order I see them. The Strokes' "Room on Fire." 1, 2, 3.
Maybe a little controversial, but
Barely for me. And for
Yeah. Room
favorite
on Fire is great.
Yeah, and for "Favorite Worst Nightmare." 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna make a poll. This is a good split.
it.
I think it's a
Yeah.
fair split. So you guys,
Very fair.
Sure.
you guys hash it out
Yeah.
while I type this up.
I think
I'll
favorite
be-
worst nightmare is. I'm sorry, Crash. Go ahead.
no. Well, the thing is, I'll be really quick. I just kind of prefer the Strokes to the Arctic Monkeys overall.
And I get that. No.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of dig what they're doing with their sound. They were super, especially that second record too. It is more just kind of building off of the first record, in my opinion, at least. But it is a great attempt at what they did. And Arctic Monkeys. I've always wanted Arctic Monkeys to click, but they never really have outside of like smaller moments. I can sit down and listen to an entire Strokes record. I have a lot more trouble when it comes to the Monkeys. Monkeys works better in singles than it does in actually whole records to me. That may just be me though. Y'all go ahead.
Okay.
I'm an album guy with Arctic Monkeys, and that was favorite worst nightmare. I think it was the single Fluorescent Adolescence that was like on Fuse or something back in the day, and that was my first exposure to them. And I don't know why, but I feel like it just in these situations I tend to gravitate more to like the English UK whatever band, and their music has just always stuck with me a little bit more. I think favorite worst nightmare is one of those like front to back albums that I can listen to really anytime.
Here's my shocking opinion. I think Favorite Worst Nightmare is my favorite Arctic Monkeys album.
Oh, I'm with you. Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Okay.
and like
It's great.
as much as I like Room on Fire, and I absolutely do, I think Favorite Worst Nightmare, for as much as Alex Turner makes me want to slug him in the face, and
Right.
he always does, I feel like he's just on point enough with Favorite Worst Nightmare. I'm like, oh god damn it, you're right. This is great. Fuck you.
That is very fair, though. That is 100% accurate.
I stand by. I mean, "Room on Fire" is very underrated sophomore release, but at the same time, I get why I did not get the love it deserved after. Is this it? But also because the Strokes self-sabotage with all the tumultuous things going on at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this: I think Room on Fire has the best individual songs out of like. in
That's
terms
where
of,
I'm
like,
at too. But like, I get
Yeah.
the argument.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
To the poll. Let's see what we got.
You already know, I bet.
I just clicked on
Yeah.
it. "Room on Fire"
that's-
64%.
Yeah.
So not a runaway, but still decent.
Good try,
enough.
John.
Yeah. Hey, I will say this. I think a lot of people probably just are not super familiar with Favorite
Yeah.
Worst Nightmare and maybe voted for the Strokes because of that. If you're not familiar with
Right.
it, I highly, highly recommend that you go give that one a listen. And it slams right out of the gate. I mean, it opens with Brian Storm. Come on.
Yeah. And I'm of
Yeah.
the mindset too. Like I said at the beginning, I have not listened to either album in a long time, and I'd be up for doing that. So
Yeah.
I would not
Both
miss
great.
out on
I
that.
wish
one,
Room
so.
on Fire was a little longer too. I wish it was a little bit longer, like another track or two.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Going back to the 90s, from That Guy I Don't Like, that's the username. That's not just me giving a sub name to
Oh.
it. From the username That Guy I Don't Like. Album versus album from two different bands in the 90s. 16 Stone from Bush versus Throwing Copper live. Live live.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Interesting
I mean,
choices there.
By the way,
I know Mark. Oh, Mark is in pain. Oh,
my sister had both
Yeah.
of those albums growing up, and that music was everywhere.
I had both of those albums growing up.
Yeah. I think most people did.
90s
They were that.
A lot
They
of us
are-
90s babies
Yeah,
absolutely
they might
did.
be coasters now, but they were definitely big things in the 90s. So, all right,
Ooh,
everyone got an answer.
Yeah.
Think so?
I do.
Okay,
I do.
16 Stone from Bush. 1, 2, 3.
It's going to be real controversial in some circles. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Okay.
Mark, don't hang up. We still need you for this. Mark.
I was about to say poor Mark.
And Throwing Copper live.
See,
Live. Whatever. 1, 2, 3. I'm not crazy about either, by the way. They have not aged as well as some of the other 90s classics. So-
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm gonna stick up for live, oh good
I
God.
know, right?
Let's hear it.
did you ever
Let's
think
lay it
you'd
on
see
'em.
the day?
I know.
No.
Tell me about why you love throwing copper.
Oh,
Here's
this
the
poor
thing,
man.
I can't stick up for either of these bands.
Yeah.
The unmitigated backwash of grunge in the 90s. The one thing I'll say for Throwing Copper is that at least I felt there was a greater sense of ambition there. It wasn't always well realized.
Yes.
They went bigger. They tried to get a little bit more theatrical. Again, I don't think it was well executed. I don't think live is worth much of anything. They're the most ungoogleable name of a band
Oh,
ever.
goodness, yes.
Oh my God, yes.
They weren't thinking about their SEO, were they?
Nope.
No, they weren't. And you know what? Like, Throwing Copper is the only thing I will give them that. But the thing is, there's something about Bush's album that it feels a little cynical to me in a way that I can't. Like, I think the one argument I'll make for Throwing Copper is that it takes more chances. It fails more and it's less consistent, but I respect the chances that it takes more than what Bush was trying.
Okay. I will say this, though. It sounds more cynical because it's British. That's just how they sound.
Yeah.
So,
And I like it.
you hear that, Tom? You hear that, Tom? Okay, sorry.
Nah.
Ooh.
Also-
we have Italy on our asses, and now you're getting England mad at us too.
Hey.
We will never be welcome in
man.
Europe.
Weren't they already
I was
mad
not
at
a
us
part of that
anyway?
conversation.
Come on now. They were already mad at us. So,
Uh,
also, they're not mad at Canada, so Mark's fine.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, we'll
it's-
fix that.
I don't think you can be mad at Canada. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm mad at Canada.
Blame Canada. That's true. You got to blame Canada. So, as we go on, that was a decent one. By the way, I've seen both bands live, as in performing. Bush was fine for what they were doing. They at least knew how to perform. Live was not. Oh my gosh, it sucked out loud. Oh my yeah. it was
Razor Blade
rough.
Suitcase sucks.
Razor, yes, absolutely. Oh, Razor
That
Blade
album
Suitcases.
sucks.
Trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
Are those
I
those-
got a lot of backlash when I went up against that album.
By the
and
way-
I was surprised.
No, you were correct. That
Is-
album is garbage.
By the way, is
Yeah.
16 Stone and Throwing Copper the best albums from both bands?
Yeah.
For Bush,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
16 Stone is the only Bush
I think that
album you
helps.
have
Yeah,
to
I think
hear.
that helps. Yeah.
For live, yes. If I've heard more than one live album. What am
I don't think
doing?
I have. That's the
Well,
only one
I
I
don't think
heard.
I have.
so-
That's the
okay,
only one I
I've-
know.
I've heard several live albums, and yeah, I'd probably say
Okay, we've all heard live albums, Crash. What do you?
God damn it, this band! This band! Oh.
I saw it live. I know. I saw it live. What?
Oh,
I saw
fuck
live, and now I'm getting on live to talk about it.
Ugh.
Fuck you,
Let's
Mike
move
Wajiggy Jowski Juice Jowski.
He has one of those names,
last
too.
name too. He has his last
Susan
name.
Wojcicki?
The band name is unGoogle. The band name is unGoogleable, and their lead man's name is unsayable. This
You can't
band
spell
doesn't
it, yeah.
exist.
They did not want to be found, did they?
Oh, they
They're
did
not gonna be.
They
Ugh.
did not.
except at UCD stores. That's about it. So, all right, that was a good one. I get it. I do get that one. That was an interesting
yeah.
one. So, if we all have an opinion on this one, that's an interesting one. If we don't, that's okay. It's super chats. Don Holbert, Cold, the band Cold from the 2000s.
Ooh,
Okay.
I got
Oh,
opinions.
well, I'm out.
You're out. Okay,
I can do it.
Cold. 1, 2, 3.
This is complicated though.
I'm a slight
Because
baby
what
thumbs
era?
up.
What era? We were all
Yeah.
slow. We were all like
what are we
very
talking about here?
hesitant.
Scooter
Very
Ward.
hesitant.
We
Scooter
talking
Ward.
like different kind of pain?
Yeah,
or
I
we
know.
talking like
13 ways to bleed on stage. Okay, I will say this. This is the one Fred Durst-backed band that was listenable and aged decently.
better than a lot?
Yes,
Compared to a
yes,
lot
yes.
of the others.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
And also, and
they-
I don't love them, but yeah.
Yeah, no one loves Cold.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, does anybody? That's
But like they had a few surprises. You
They
know,
did.
in
They
bits
did.
and pieces, this band really did stick out with some of their. I mean, this band let Rivers goddamn Cuomo write a song for them. A new metal band that was depressing and dark and bleak. They let Rivers Cuomo write lyrics for one of their songs, and it turned out better than it had any right to.
It did.
Special AJR had a song written by Rivers Cuomo.
Well,
Rivers Cuomo is not the savior of songs.
Okay, but-
let's respect that. Yeah.
Okay, imagine, Mark, since you're not as familiar with this band, imagine if Rivers Cuomo wrote a song for Stained. That's
That's
kind
more
of the level we're
appropriate,
working
and,
at.
and
Yeah.
made it work, and did
Yeah.
make it work. And also, Scooter Ward
And-
does have a strong voice. He actually does have a good voice.
You know, he does.
Yeah,
that's
no,
what
I
was
like
saying.
him as a
Also,
Yeah,
Scooter
fine.
Ward is
Yeah.
not an open racist nationalist piece of trash.
I mean,
so
That is
Yeah,
super
no,
hard
low
to get
bar,
on
low
his
bar to
side,
clear,
yeah.
I know, but yeah.
That's a,
I like it's hard to be offended by Cold. So
yeah.
yeah,
See,
okay.
yeah, at the end of the day,
Really,
they
all
are,
it's very much this band seems very 6 out of 10. Like
you know,
Yes.
that's kind
Yeah.
of their problem. They are extremely
That's why we were
6
all,
out of 10.
and that's why we were like, they're
Yeah,
fine.
but like again, they do
Just
have some
above.
they do
Yeah.
have some diamonds in
they
the
have,
rough.
they do, they have some deep cuts that do work. So
stuff, stuff like Just Got Wicked and
Ooh, yeah.
End of the
and
World
End
was
of
a good one.
Forever.
Yeah,
End of the World. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they have bits
They
and
do have
pieces that are
gems,
really
so.
good. They just don't have a good. They just don't have a whole record. You got to sit.
No.
through.
No. Sample their This Is Cold playlist on
Yeah,
Spotify or Apple
just
There you
the
go.
Whatever.
hits. That's all
There
you
you
need.
go.
That's really all you need.
Yep.
So from Brandon Barenfeld, album versus album, two of the biggest. Fleetwood Mac's Rumours versus Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell.
Ooh.
Whoa.
First of all,
First of all, whoa.
two different sports, not even in the same ballpark. But
Yeah.
these are both albums I've given perfect scores to.
Well,
Maybe
I
as
get
you
it.
rightly
know that.
should have.
I get it.
Yeah.
So, in the order, does everyone have a choice?
I do. I'm not sure it's the right one though, but I have it.
I feel like whichever one you go for, I get. Like I would.
I mean,
wouldn't argue
there's not
against
really
it.
a losing choice here. I don't
No.
feel.
Yeah, I think it's more of a preference thing, honestly, with this one especially.
yeah.
I know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Fleetwood
Yep.
Mac Rumors 1, 2, 3.
I hate Toss not giving it to Meatloaf here, kinda, but
Mark, poor Mark.
I get it.
poor Mark.
We're not doing this intentionally. I promise. Guys.
Like here's the thing, Bat Out of Hell. It's the slightest of things.
Mhm.
I think Bat Out of Hell is a little tighter. I think it's like 7 songs. It's a little easier to throw on. I own both these albums on vinyl, like original pressings. Like it's
Nice.
hard for me to it's hard for me to put any of them up. I find them both classic albums. Like I can't I'm not going to dunk on Rumours, but I think Bat Out of Hell is now Rumours is the smart decision, but my heart goes for Bat Out of Hell.
Okay.
That's a great way of putting it. Yeah.
I get that. I'm not going to argue anything on that either, too, because I get it from both.
Mm.
I just think the more
Yeah.
you just feel all that emotion in Rumors, because
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
whole
And-
band is just one scorecard of who did
Yeah.
what to who, and here's
It's the band dynamic there.
and we're gonna
the
make each
multiple
other's-
voices.
and we're gonna make each other sing songs about how awful we were to each other.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Well,
so
the thing is, Bat Out of Hell can be like that too.
Can be.
It's just such a crazy fucking mental ass trip through. Again, Meatloaf had plenty of moments like that in his discography too. Bat Out of Hell is a great example of that.
yeah,
Again, for me, it's just more like Meatloaf is also so operatic and he's so boisterous and
He
he's
is.
such an explosive
especially
presence.
in Bad Out of Hell. That's the
Definitely.
thing that you show
Yeah.
people what Meatloaf was all about. That's the
Yeah.
key point of it.
The only reason I give it to Rumours here is just because, like, man, it can be a little too much for me at times. I don't know. Fleetwood Mac, it's always chill. It's always
Yeah.
a vibe. I can put that
I get
on and
that.
feel it.
I'm never mad if you put that on.
Yeah.
Meatloaf is always yelling at me. Sometimes I don't want to be yelled at, you know?
That's just how he
I think
was.
the ballads on Bad Out of Hell are so good. Heaven Can Wait, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
See, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Like, see what I mean? See, this was a tough one for me, Mark, for whatever that's worth. Yeah,
I get it. Like, again,
that's a good one though. Good one.
I don't want to be too cruel about this one because Meatloaf passed away not last year, but the year before, and obvious reasons. I don't even want to get into that. So.
What actually you can do is I actually made a playlist on my Tidal for those of you who have it. It is my best of Meatloaf in terms of every song that's worth checking out on that. If you want to go check that out, I think I may have cross-posted it to my Spotify account at some point. It's really worth hearing because I think a lot of people do not know Meatloaf beyond Bad Out of Hell 1 and 2, and there's a lot of secret gems there, in my opinion.
That's fair. That's very fair. Okay. From Rid PR, Lil Yachty, Let's Start Here. Is that the new one?
The new one, yeah.
Okay, I have to back out.
See, Luke, this may be up your alley, though.
I remember you guys both talking about it. It's like, really? Yep. Lil Yachty's doing this?
Lil Yachty, Lil Boat.
Okay. Lil Boat, let's start here. 1, 2, 3.
I think all of us except Luke made videos about this, didn't we?
I didn't.
Oh, okay. My mistake.
I haven't heard it.
Oh, I see Mark. Well, the thing is, I get you.
Okay, I just don't know if I need 55 minutes of Lil Yachty doing rock in my life.
Here's the thing, John. It's Lil Yachty doing a Tame Impala impression. It is.
But I have Tame Impala already.
Is Lil Yachty Tame Impala at home? Goodness.
Yeah, do I need that?
The thing is, there's a lot of Tame Impala. There's a lot of like alternative R&B as well. Daniel Caesar's on this. Fouché's on this. It's shockingly decent. Like the first song is basically a giant Pink Floyd pastiche from Dark Side of the Moon, and I'm like, what? Now, granted, my opinion on this is that I don't think it's weird enough. Review is like I've heard, and John, you're almost right there. You have Tame Impala, you have Flaming Lips at Home. Like it's not something that's going to blow your mind. But honestly, from Lil Yachty, it's probably the best thing he's ever done.
I miss the Teenage Emotions era.
It is way better than it has any right to be, and it was genuinely shocking. Again, he got the right people to make this sound good in the song. It is.
It does drive me nuts that he has to rely on Mac DeMarco, Alex G, and Magdalena Bay to shepherd him down. Because, and I said this in the review, it's not really transgressive when you just get all the indie ringers who have been behind Ariel Pink, MGMT, and a lot of those guys for the past decade. Like, I'll be honest, I think the original Lil Boat mixtape is way more groundbreaking than what this is.
Okay, fair enough. Lil Yachty,
my opinion, though, it's better than it has any right to be. John, check it out just out of morbid curiosity.
I'll sample at least a few of the songs. Tell me which songs to sample later, and I will.
Sample those first 3 tracks, especially that opener. I want to see the look on your face when you hear that opener.
Fair enough. Lil Yachty gets a thumbs up in the Rock Coliseum. That's fair.
Did you ever think you'd see the day?
No, I didn't. We've seen weird stuff, but tonight's a good one. So. From Brandon Barenfeld, Baroness album versus album, Yellow and Green versus Purple.
Got to bow out.
I got it.
Dearly love both. I have both on vinyl, but I do have an answer.
I got an answer to this too.
Okay, in order: Yellow and Green. 1, 2, 3.
I had a feeling. Yeah. I had a feeling. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Purple may be the best record they've ever done, in my opinion.
I love red and blue too, but like in yellow and green, but still purple is such a tipping point for the band. So
they nailed it on purple. It's just perfect, almost perfect.
I personally think blue might be their best. But purple to me, there we go. There it is. I've got my copy of Purple upstairs.
Album artwork by the singer John Dyers Baisley, by the way. He does all the album artwork. He's a master.
Yeah,
he is very talented.
The problem is the thing that drives me a little insane about Purple is Dave Fridman's production. Like,
and that's yellow. That's Golden Gray too. So
yeah,
I know it was my issue with Golden Gray.
I get it. I get it. Like so.
So
Do they only do colors for album titles?
They just did their last one, gold and
Oh,
gray.
okay.
Now they're switching
Ooh.
over. So red, blue,
Oh.
yellow, and green was a double, purple, and then in 2019 was
Gold
gold
and
and gray, a double.
Right,
So and now they're switching over. So
do we know when we're getting another Baroness album?
they said it's coming out this year. They've not done any singles yet, but they've been recording through the end of last year and stuff like that. So it's time. They've been touring a lot too. Like I saw them last year perform. It was great.
Oh, I
So,
believe it.
Yeah. So fun
Same.
little fact because I'm such a Baroness nerd. They also had like the best pickup of a guitarist that's underrated. She just did such a great job. And what it is because when their original guitarist left, they said, "Where's someone we can find a new guitarist that can really play everything?" Cirque du Soleil's lead guitarist. They picked her up. You said she knows everything, and she's been with the band ever since then. And she does
Dang.
such a good job. Gina is so good. So.
I didn't know she was from Cirque du Soleil.
Mhm.
Really?
That's very
the lead
cool.
guitarist of Cirque du
Wow.
Soleil in Vegas, and they're like, "Yep, you got the job." So
Dang.
I think that's cool.
Very
I just love that because you never hear stories like that. So
I bet she's got a hell of a stage presence.
she does.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Not only does she rock it, she's whipping her hair all around because she does the side
Yeah.
shave and stuff. She's shredding with John. She's great. So okay, that's enough of me gushing about Baroness. I apologize. From Christian Todor, again, I apologize for pronunciations. Sunny Day Real Estate.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Go out because I don't quite feel as confident as I should be with this.
Okay,
It's fair.
fair enough.
Definitely fair.
Sunny Day Real Estate. 1, 2, 3.
I do have a bit of a controversial take on this. Even some of their later work is pretty good.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
don't think they have a bad album.
I haven't
Same,
done
same.
the later stuff. I have not done the later stuff. I only remember going back and catching up with stuff that I was too young to listen to. So
I mean,
Yeah.
Diary is the must-listen record.
Yes,
That's the
yes.
one you
Start
just
there.
have to hear. But
Yeah.
they don't have a full-blown stinker. Like a lot of their later stuff, it often gets overlooked too. Like a lot of their later records
fair.
have some really strong stuff on them.
Rising
I am-
Tide is amazing. I think LP2 is probably my favorite album from them, actually. But yeah, start with Diary. That's what got
Yeah.
me into them, and probably anyone.
That could be a good deep dive for one day, like when working and stuff. That could be a fun deep dive.
Yeah, they only got,
Absolutely.
what, 4
4 or
albums?
5. Yeah, something.
Five?
I know
I think
that,
they may have
but
5 albums, but yeah, it's
They-
not
they-
long.
all
They
my-
have a live album called Live. Not even kidding.
Bastards!
Even that's still better than naming your band live. Goodness.
Oh,
It's a
Very
who's on first joke that never ends. Goodness.
Yeah.
Ugh. Thank you. That was a good suggestion, by the way. From Michael Avanesian. Again, apologies for pronunciations. American football versus Japanese breakfast because of the names.
I see what you
Okay.
did there.
Get it? I have
See,
to bow
but now
out. I have to bow out. So
Okay.
I can do this.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm in.
so can I.
I'm in.
American football. 1, 2, 3. Japanese
I'll be the weird
breakfast.
one.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Anyone have any thoughts?
No disrespect to American football. I do love what they do. Again, great sort of post emo. Great for the music they kind of make. I hate to admit it, it's the internet that ruined American football for me. All the discourse around American football and the memes, the endless fucking memes. Y'all chill with that. At least this hasn't happened to a Japanese breakfast yet.
Yeah. So,
Yet.
Oh,
uh,
yet.
Again, American football was just so ahead of their time.
They were. They genuinely were. Credit where
Yeah.
it's due.
fair enough.
Like they're a band I think this got misinterpreted when I reviewed them back in, I want to say 2019 with their comeback album. I think they've grown up really well. I don't think the album really works, but again, I think they've grown up really well. The band, it's still really solid.
Are you talking LP2 or LP3?
LP3.
Okay. I think 2 is their weakest. I thought 3 was a solid bounce back.
3 was solid. I thought 2 is their weakest. I agree with you. I think it breaks my heart because I wanted to love 3 so much. It just didn't
But the
quite-
track with Haley Williams is phenomenal.
I agree.
Agreed.
It's really good.
Agreed. Yeah.
fair enough.
Absolutely.
By the way, go Chiefs if we're talking about American football.
Ew.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Ew.
Yeah. So, yeah. Missouri.
Mm-mm.
Missouri. So I have to go for the state.
I'm a Colts fan. I can't judge anyone.
Patrick Mahomes is a
I'll take
terrible
Eagles.
actor. I'm so tired of seeing his State Farm ads.
Fine. But also, I don't want Philly to win because if they win, they're going to destroy their city even more.
Philly can take it.
I was about to say Philly can take a few beatings.
Philly can handle it. Philly destroys their city every
It's
other
true.
week, man.
That's
And
what I was
they
going
put it right back together.
That's
Yeah,
fair. I
they're
guess
tough.
I should have said they destroyed half their city last week when they won. How can you tell?
Yeah.
So
That ain't no big deal. That ain't no big deal to Philly. Philly can have their fun.
I'm with the
on.
Chiefs. I'm going Kansas City again. So
Fly, Eagles, fly.
We're already building shrines to Saint Nick Foles. Let's build some new ones.
oh. Ooh, this one's gonna upset some people in this call.
Yeah, no, we've
From outright
No, go ahead,
outright
I'm sorry.
misfit, Rush versus Judas Priest.
apples and oranges there.
Yes, it is.
Very much. I'm not I'm not at least yet super familiar with Judas Priest, so I guess I will sit this one out.
I'm debating it because again, this is two totally different fields. But
Yeah,
Okay, I got it.
I got mine.
by a hair for me, by the way, before I give my answer. Let me see the order. Okay. Rush. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, y'all knew how I was voting.
By a hair for me.
That's where I'm at now. Yeah.
Keep happening.
I know. No, look, Mark, it's so close for me. So close. Judas
It's not
Priest.
close for me.
1, 2, 3. The reason I say mine is because if one of the best singers of all time in metal had not left the band for so long, I probably would have said Judas Priest because there's a gray area of time with Judas Priest. So that's my only logic.
Yeah,
So.
the Ripper years are pretty harsh. I do gotta admit that.
I get that, but I think Judas Priest, I will go back to more than I will Rush. Like I
get
kind of
that.
need to be in the right. I need to be in the right mood for Rush.
Mm-hmm. By the way,
This
Judas
is
Priest
coming as a Canadian. Like,
ooh, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's kind of treacherous for you. That's dangerous
true.
ground. But
By the
I
way,
respect it.
Judas Priest is still amazing live. Rob Halford can still
See.
do it at 70 or whatever he is.
Credit where it's due there.
Yes.
Absolutely
Yes.
stellar.
So
Even Rush in their later years started to
Could
get
not
pretty
do
rough
that.
live.
No.
Yeah.
no. Not to the level Judas Priest is still going at.
Ooh.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
like I don't think Rush has a late career album as good as Firepower.
No, I would even agree
No,
with you
that's
there.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, that's
Firepower
absolutely
was
fair.
such a shock to everyone, though. No one was seeing that.
That was a
coming.
huge nobody could have seen that.
Yeah.
Especially after Nostradamus.
Yeah. They didn't even see it
But,
after
yeah.
that one. All right, we got time for a couple more. From Super D Math, boy, that's a name. I'm assuming I'm saying that right. The Cult's Firewoman versus Danzig's Mother.
Ooh. Okay.
Remind how does the first song go? Hold on, let me look that up.
From the Cults.
It's the fire.
Oh,
Yeah, that
crashes my.
Smoke, she is rising. Fire.
Okay. I got
Sorry.
you. Okay,
Oh,
I can do that.
I'm doing.
Just a second, everyone, while you guys are deciding, a quick stat of Pearl Cam as Pearl turned. He's snoozing and
Aw.
facing away. He is the gray good boy. So, as we go back, that's right, I will hijack the whole stream just to show a cute kitty.
As you should.
Yes, correct.
To
The Cult.
experience.
Yes, the Cult.
The Colts.
Firewoman. One.
Colts fire. Oh.
The Colts.
Please, we've already suffered enough this season.
I
Sounds like
know.
a headline.
The Colts.
Fire woman.
My God.
Colts so desperate for attendance, they're setting a woman on fire at halftime.
Oh God.
Mike Pence.
Okay.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Is it Mike Pence saying "burn the witch"? Is that what it is in Indiana?
Oh gosh.
Ugh.
You're
That's the
hurting.
1600s.
You're hurting me, but I deserve it. So that's, it's fine. It's fine.
The Colts Firewoman. 1, 2, 3.
I almost hate to do it. I hate to do it because I love that song.
And Danzig's Mother. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
But
Guys,
it's Mother. It's
This is
Mother, damn it.
this is the key point of Danzig's career, especially solo.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying listen
Yeah.
to him now. I'm just saying that is the best. So,
It also goes off at karaoke.
I
Yes.
can see that.
Oh, if you got the
Absolutely.
voice for it,
Yeah,
yeah.
that I can see.
Oh,
more
yeah.
than-
Uh,
yeah.
There aren't many karaoke songs that like a lower register person can pop off. Danzig
Yeah.
is there for you for
Yeah.
y'all. Yeah.
It is.
Not even Danzig could do Danzig karaoke anymore. But back then,
Right.
mother, he sure could.
But he can sing Elvis.
Oh.
No, he cannot.
No, he can't.
No, he cannot.
can't. Hush.
I know Crash and I listened to that album, Sweet Mercy.
No, he cannot do this. Not anymore.
Oh, man. Okay. From Steven, just Steven, Tori Amos. I'm getting a lot of 90s to this time.
Yeah, a lot of 90s.
I'm not
A lot
against
of
it. I'm
90s.
just saying, interesting
Yeah.
coincidence.
Yeah.
Nostalgia.
I
crowd
guess.
is out
Yeah, I
there.
guess I have an opinion on this one. It's been a long time since I listened to Tori Amos.
Yeah, not incredibly refreshed on her.
I'm
catalog
not
or
the
anything.
I'm not
Yeah.
the most refreshed on Tori, but I could do it.
Sure.
Mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Tori Amos. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, the stuff
Yeah.
that kills.
The stuff that's good is great.
kills.
She's a writer.
Absolutely.
She was a writer and a singer, and like that singer-songwriter style. Not everything's
Yeah.
like
Her
solid
words you
gold. Everything like she is the cliche '90s artist that many people look back and make fun of now. But when she was good, it was great.
I disagree with that very strongly.
So
I don't
would
know.
I.
I don't
No.
know. Some of that. Have you guys seen the episode of Bob's Burgers where it's an earlier episode where they're making fun of a woman on stage singing the song "Oil Spill"? That's directly making fun of Tori Amos.
I know, and I didn't like that. Like, here's the thing, Tori. There is better artists if you want to mock than Tori Amos. in
I
that
agree.
era.
Oh, I
I mean,
agree.
Liz Fair is sitting right there. If you want to,
I
be
won't even
Yeah.
mock this
Or
fair.
even Alanis.
Jewel. Go for
Jewel.
Jewel
We
was
can all
so
agree with Jewel.
Yeah, Jewel was so overblown. I would take Tori Amos
Absolutely.
as a singer-songwriter by a mile.
Bingo.
Yeah.
How about
Jewel-
this? How about Alanis Morissette versus Tori Amos?
I might have
That's-
to give that to Alanis.
I'm giving that to Alanis.
I would
too.
go to Alanis, yeah.
I'm just okay.
Granted-
So we're unanimous. Okay, cool. I was just curious.
Granted, this is me coming saying this. I think a lot of Tori Amos's back catalog, when she kind of fell out of the mainstream back in like the 2000s,
2000
is
era, yeah.
really underrated, in my opinion.
See, and that's
See,
what
that's
I
the
didn't
stuff
carry-
I'm not as familiar
Yeah, I
with.
didn't
Yes,
carry on
same.
after that for me either. I just know
I
the
didn't either.
90s big tracks that like,
Nash sees this video, he's going to get very angry
oh,
with
that's
three of
fine.
you.
That's fine. That's fine. Also, like, that was also the time where like MTV was still playing music in every TV show. Think Daria and think Real World,
Yeah.
and they were all had Tori Amos all over it, and it worked.
True.
So
You can't complain.
Shout out Daria.
Daria was so ahead of its time.
Daria
with
was.
everything.
I loved it.
Daria was
Yeah.
a good
Loved it.
show. I
I
miss
know.
Daria.
Yep. That's right. MTV used to have music and shows, and they were great. Not just ridiculous weeks at a
Well,
time.
Yes.
Some of
Goodness.
them were great. If I
Yeah.
never
No, not
see
everything,
another
not
episode
everything.
of Road Rules, I'll be a happy man.
Yeah, I agree. Goodness. They had good shows, though. I didn't say everything was gold, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. From Dayton Hamilton, Elton
Ooh, that's a
John
big
versus Billy Joel.
We did this one already.
I think we did this one.
I think we've done this.
Let's
one
just do
already.
it
Really
quick.
really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elton John, 1, 2, 3. I know I said Elton John last time, but again, opinions can change on this one. Billy Joel, 1, 2, 3.
Thought we were split down the middle with this, but
Could have been.
okay.
I don't know.
One
I
of
don't-
us. I can't remember what I voted for the first time, but
And
my
I'm
opinion
not
may have been
against that.
swayed.
I get it for Billy Joel too. I get it. So
Yeah.
With Billy
You changed
Joel.
what? Oh, you changed your opinion, John? You fucking poser! You're canceled.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it, man. Well, you're the one that talked me into buying the Billy Joel record while I was in Indie Craft.
That's
Oh.
right. Mhm. Mhm.
So all I'm saying, I was wearing my Karma Records shirt earlier. Should have left it
Oh,
on.
no kidding. Oh, that would have been cool. Yeah.
from Chris Doman, 1980 disco rock #1 hits. Okay, that's a little preface for it. Queen's Another One Bites the Dust versus Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall Part 2.
That's not disco.
I was thinking the
not
same
disco
thing.
at all.
1980?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1980
That's a very
also.
loose.
Yeah.
Even
Oh.
Another One Bites the Dust. I'd be really hesitant to
No,
call
that's
that
not
disco.
disco. That's not disco
No.
dance. No. So,
No.
But I think
Okay.
I see where he's trying to
Yeah.
come from here.
and this is song versus song. That's what's my deciding vote. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So.
Okay. Another One Bites the Dust. 1, 2, 3. Okay. As a song, as a standout song, you put albums, it's not even
Yeah.
close though. Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. 1, 2, 3.
And there's very valid arguments for both of these.
Yes.
Sure.
Absolutely. Let me do a quick poll.
Oh.
That's a fun one for the chat.
That's a fun one. That's a fun one. I bet that'll be a close one too.
You guys have any thoughts to say about Another One Bites the Dust and Another Brick in the Wall Part
They're
2?
both great songs. Like, in
Absolutely.
1980 is a total wasteland when it comes to popular music.
Absolutely.
Yeah, oh my god.
I
Oh
prefer the
my
Weird Al version.
goodness.
Al's version in parentheses.
I went with Another One Bites the Dust just because it's more fun. I mean, Another Brick in the Wall is so dour and so.
Someone just said that
sour
Wikipedia
and,
lists both as disco. That's okay.
Well,
Wikipedia is
can
often
be
very,
edited
very
by-
wrong.
That's odd.
Very,
Did one of you
wrong.
guys just go and edit that right now?
Yeah, there has to be an editor on Wikipedia listening. Yeah. So 20 more seconds. I love both. Come on. How
I'm
can
looking
you-
at this
Yeah,
list. Hang on, I'm trying to dig up the year-end list here for 1980. Hang on a minute.
Like for Billboard?
Yeah, I'm on Billboard's back end right now.
Ooh, this poll is
I'm just scrolling.
close. Keep them votes.
Are they? I'm just scrolling for the next
Yeah.
one. Look for the randomized. 'cause
I
they keep
see-
popping on
I-
new ones. Yeah.
I knew this one would be a close one.
You know what? There's a couple songs I'll stand behind, like "Call Me" by Blondie,
Yeah.
like "Crazy Little Thing Called Love" by Queen.
Oh, that was 80, yeah.
Oh god, it gets worse from there. Oh, it gets bad. There's Christopher Cross here, like
Yeah, of course, Christopher Cross. Yeah.
oh my gosh. Oh dear. Oh. There's multiple Christopher Cross songs.
He was a
cool-
big damn deal in like
was.
79 and 80 and then
Lot of
never
cool-
again.
Just a little
Dude,
flash. Poll goes 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
Close. 51% to 48%. Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 wins.
Dang.
That was close.
That's
I
what
knew it was
people
going to be a
sometimes
I knew
I get
that
it.
one.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. So
Another good one.
This list
Another
is
good one.
awful. Holy shit.
Actually, not necessarily a spoiler because this wouldn't be for months and months, but the next one of the big videos I want to do eventually is another Billboard Rock worst rock songs, and 1980 is on my consideration list.
Oh,
I
it's
get
pretty
it.
bad.
The
This is a
definition of
sign,
wrong,
Crash.
Yeah. This
This
is
is
a
a
good sign.
sign.
Yeah.
I saw the
bad.
sign.
1980 is one of the rough years on Billboard.
That
It's
was the
bad.
transition. So, yeah. From Liquid's Back. Boy, that's a username.
Ugh.
Just
I'm bringing liquids back.
There's a little preface to it. Just got dumped. I am so glad you guys did this today. Well, I hope things get better.
Oh,
Aw.
yeah.
Sorry,
Condolences.
man.
The Who's Wolf Totem, the original, versus the Who's Wolf Totem with Jacobi Shaddix from Papa Roach.
Wait,
What was that again?
What,
You
say that
actually
again?
broke up.
Yeah.
Okay, do you guys know the Who, HU, the Mongolian rock band?
Oh, the
Not well
HU.
Yeah, not well enough. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's the original version version the Jacobi Shaddix version.
Well, obviously
okay,
the
yeah,
Jacobi's
I don't-
version.
I-
Haven't heard
I'll
it.
do,
but-
I know both. I'll give, like, mine is for the original. Also, the Who is worth checking out. It really is that impressive. So, just that's a decent one. Just a little reference for that. Ta-da, ta-da.
I've heard some Who. They're very interesting.
They
kind of
are.
band.
And they do a lot more than people realize, too. So, from I Frosty Rap, we got time for one or two more. Just one or two, then we'll do it.
You want to do a quick lightning round?
let's
I
do
know
a
there's
ri-
one.
Let's do
Let's do a lightning round.
Let's do a lightning round real quick.
Mm.
From Frosty Rabbits, Master of Puppets, Battery versus Welcome Home Sanitarium. So 2 songs from Master of Puppets. Wait, no.
Mm.
Mhm.
No.
Battery.
Battery is on. I believe Battery is on Master of Puppets.
Welcome
Sanitarium.
Home. Sanitarium is on Master of Puppets. Okay, just Battery versus
okay.
Welcome Home Sanitarium. Do it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys have an answer?
Yep.
Okay. Battery. 1, 2, 3. Fair enough. I don't mind taking the loss on this one. Welcome Home for me. So, that's one of my favorite Metallica songs. It's way up
Fair.
there. So yeah,
Hmm.
love it, love it, love it. Love Master of Puppets.
Yeah. And-
So, any thoughts? I know we're just doing quick ones. So,
Battery is on
Battery's
my-
one
Battery's
of
the
mine.
opener. Yeah. So
Yeah. And it's such a fast song. It goes
Mhm.
so fucking hard.
number
Yep.
2's
It's just
Yeah,
a
that's
chomping opener.
Also from I Frosty Rabbit, just randomized on this. Black Album, Sad But True versus The Unforgiven.
Ooh.
They're very different. So
Yeah, I got
They
that.
are.
Very different.
Sad
I got
but
mine.
Yeah, I got mine. Sad but true. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The Unforgiven.
Mm.
1, 2, 3. That's fair.
I mean, again, they're both great friggin'
Yeah,
songs.
they are.
They're both absolutely top tier Metallica.
Absolutely.
Unforgiven. Again, Unforgiven is just one of those, emotionally, that song hits a little bit harder, you know.
Sure.
And again, y'all get mad when we say this, but I love the music video for Unforgiven. It's just, I don't know. That helps. That honestly helps for me.
There's a quick poll, by the way, if you guys want to vote on that one while we do the next one, because we're in rapid fire round. So, dun, 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 dun. From Literally Just Maxi. Oh, hey! Literally Just Maxi. Fastball from the late 90s and early 2000s.
Oh.
I haven't thought of them in a
Fastball.
long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fastball. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'll give
They
it
they got a lot
Yeah.
of fun deep cuts on those two albums.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good
That-
memories.
I'm pretty sure, confident, I heard like Urine Ocean at Publix while I was grocery shopping the other day. So,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had people do fastball at karaoke last time, and it was really fun.
yeah.
Dude,
The
out
Way,
of my head is
Out of my head,
always
yes.
a banger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had good ones. Was Fires? I don't remember the name of it. Da, 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 da. How about you? Do, do, do. The one after The Way. The Way was the one that made it big. So,
Right.
90s. Again, we were all young. So, yeah. That's a
It's
good
been
one,
a
though.
while, okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So, da, 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 da. From Philip Bowman. Okay. Baby Metal versus Cold Rain. Go to Japan.
I don't know Cold
I don't
Rain
know
that
Cold
well.
Rain enough.
I
either.
don't, not well enough,
I
unfortunately.
know Cold Rain. I can do this, and my thumb goes to Baby Metal. Cold Rain is fine, but like they don't have Baby Metal sense of scale
Yeah.
and just brilliance.
Yeah,
they're a
based
little
on
bit
that,
more.
I know.
They're a little bit more adventurous. I do admire that about them, but I don't know. Baby Metal just goes harder. My opinion.
I also want to say those couple singles so far from the upcoming album for Baby Metal are great, in my opinion.
Decent.
I need to check those
Very
out.
decent.
Yeah.
They're branching out. They're trying to get a little more serious and sinister and like all this stuff. It works. So
Well, hey John, remember when you reviewed Baby Metal's last album?
I do, man. That was a great review. Honestly, one of my all-time best.
Waka Waka.
From Emperor Tiger Star. Oh my goodness. I had to scroll down. Sorry, it's on a different page. From it's Tonics If You Can Only See versus Live I Alone. What is with the live celebration on this Rock
It's all
Coliseum?
90s tonight. Is
That-
this 90s night? And I missed it.
And
It
that
is.
I mean, I'm wearing flannel. I guess
by
I
the
get
way,
it.
and this is 90s teenage rom-com soundtrack stuff, by the way.
Yeah, I'm out.
because you don't know them, or because you just don't want to talk about it anymore.
I don't think he wants to talk about it.
Okay, so Tonic, If You Can Only See. One,
What was the other option? Sorry. What was
Live
the other
I
one?
Alone.
Oh, okay.
I
Live.
Alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lives live. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Tonic.
Live,
if
laugh,
you can-
love.
Yes, apparently. If You Can Only See. 1, 2, 3.
This is easy for me.
Yeah.
Easy.
I Alone.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
That's like the only live song that I actually really like.
Fair. That is one of
Funny.
the better ones for sure.
Yeah.
Very quick funny story about Tonics, if you could only see. I actually, in college, helped a guy serenade a girl he liked outside of her dorm room with an acoustic guitar. It was him, me, and this other friend of his. Me and him played acoustic guitar, and he sang the song, and he
That's
just sang
nice.
this to this girl that he like. They did end up getting together too, so it was just
Oh, nice.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's good.
cute little
So-
story. Cute
All I
little
know
thing.
is the American Pie movies made Tonic's career. I remember that. So as we go on, let's do a couple more rapid fire. Then we'll have to wrap things up because I know it's getting late for
Okay,
everybody. Da-da-da-da. Someone just said Lil Yachty's rock album from the Louis Salea. We already did Lil Yachty's rock album. It was a thumbs up from
Yeah.
these
We did.
three gentlemen. or
Yeah,
two
we
gentlemen,
already
so
did.
Fair enough.
Again, better than it has any right to be. I say check it out.
Yeah. From Blaze Saiyan, whatever it is, Dragon Ball Warrior, Albums: Nickelback's All the Right Reasons versus Evolve from Imagine Dragons.
Oh God.
Evolve? Oh.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, I got an opinion on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything's got to be better than Evolve.
All the Right Reasons. 1, 2, 3. And I don't like All the Right Reasons at all.
I do.
I'm not a
I
huge
do.
defender, but like comparatively,
Yeah, man.
I like All the Right Reasons.
Fair. Okay, that's fair, but I don't like Evolve. I know I like Evolve way worse.
Evolve is rough.
Oh, it's their worst.
Man.
It's their worst, and this band has some stinkers in their catalog.
Yeah. Well, they don't have, at least in my eyes, they don't have anything close to a great album.
Oh, I would agree with that.
I get that argument, so.
Night Visions is good, but it's not great.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that, so. From Jane's Diary, Muse Absolution versus The Killer's Hot Fuss.
Oh.
Sorry, John.
Yeah, John, you
Damn
gotta
it.
get hurt sometime.
Yeah, it's coming for me.
Both of those are fantastic. Okay.
They are good. This is tough for me. It honestly is.
Muse Absolution. 1, 2, 3.
I think I gotta give it to Muse.
I'm not happy about it, but yeah.
Mark, we love you. It's nothing personal.
Wow. Okay, that is not even how I would have. Okay.
Oh my
Killers.
God, I did not picture it going.
Wow.
The Killers, Hot Fuss. Yeah.
Yeah, like I like Absolution, but I don't go back to it much. Like it's not the Muse album I revisit the same way.
Okay.
Like I honestly, Hot Fuss to me just like it's uneven, it's front loaded, but I think it's ultimately a better album, in my opinion.
The back half is slept on. I will say that of Hot
I
Fuss.
agree. I just don't think it's as
Oh, it's
immediate
not.
as the front
No,
half.
it's not.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I get that.
No.
From
Both great albums.
Yes. From Ulemu Mpaso, I apologize for pronunciation. There's a question for it, but then there's also a versus. Did MGK's pop punk revival die? And then it gives a band versus
Yes.
band. So
Yes.
okay, band versus band.
Hey, easy question.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
he's going back to rap now, so I guess he's
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
He already
I'm so
he said he'd
excited.
make that step.
I
well, so. Stone Temple Pilots versus Audio Slave.
Okay.
Interesting.
It is interesting. I give it that. Everyone have an answer?
Yeah, I think so.
I
Yeah.
do.
Okay. Stone Temple Pilots. 1, 2, 3.
Bit controversial, but
Really?
Oh, okay. Oh,
Fair.
okay.
I get it. Audio Slave for me. So
See,
was-
it's not even that Audio Slave. Like, man, they have some really great records, but like,
they do
I
not have
wouldn't
the
say
same.
I
They don't have as
I
much
wouldn't
of a
say they have
catalog,
anything
so.
as classic as Purple or Tiny Music
Mhm.
or Stone Temple Pilots' bests are literally underlooked classics. I would be as bold as to say that, but like,
Audio Slave self-titled is such a treasure for me, so that's where it stands out so well. But again, Audio Slave
Yeah.
does not have the catalog that Stone Temple Pilots has.
That's true.
Are we counting the Jeff Goots collection?
see,
Oh.
that's also a drawback. They
That's
don't
a
have
good
the
question.
failures that Stone Temple Pilots has either. So,
Ooh,
oof,
I didn't think
again,
about that.
yeah.
No, I don't even think Jeff Goot thinks about that. So
And to be fair, even some of those later Scott Weiland records are pretty.
yeah,
rough.
well, Scott Lyman in the Wildabouts was also really rough. So
Well, let's be honest.
bad.
Late period Stone Temple Pilots is bad.
It's pretty
That's
much
all-
everything after number 4 is
yes, that was the
Yeah,
end.
but those first
of
four,
quality.
though.
No, I agree.
Except
I agree.
the one EP they did with Chester Bennington was a surprise.
Yeah,
was
I thought that was
outside-
pretty good.
It was a
Yeah,
surprise,
yeah.
especially when they made new stuff, not just him singing the older songs. They
Right.
actually worked, but it was just never going to happen. It just
Never
Never.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I get that.
too
So
busy.
let's do one more. Then we'll fetch. Oh my goodness, and that's the land I land on. Okay.
Oh,
He found a good one.
you're gonna send us out on that note, huh?
Oh,
You say a good one. From Michael Avanesian, apologies for the pronunciation. Band versus band. Maneskin, whatever, versus Greta Van Fleet.
oh,
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
Here's
we-
the video.
This-
I get it.
the stands are gonna eat us alive.
We're gonna make
Good.
first of all, while we're making a decision, that Metallica poll that I posted, I'm ending it now.
Oh, yeah.
And Sad but true
goodness.
by 51% to 48%, The Unforgiven. So it was close.
A lot of really close
Ooh.
ones on the
That's
poll.
fair.
Really?
Yeah.
I get
The
it.
races are tight tonight. Yeah.
Okay, now back to the serious discussion. Måneskin
let's get
versus
back to
Greta
it.
Van Fleet.
If this discussion gets on Reddit, we're all dead. Ugh.
Let's. All right, guys, post this to Reddit.
They just post this picture of the four of us on like a big bullseye, and that's like the cover of what they're doing on Reddit now. Goodness. All right, in the
Wanted
order I
for
see
not
the
simping.
everyone has an answer, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Måneskin. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. We're never going to Italy, guys. Greta
No,
Van
I think we're
Fleet.
barred for life.
1, 2, 3. So, thoughts?
Did you ever
Yeah.
think we'd unanimously decide on Greta Van Fleet ever?
By the way,
Well, if they were going up against Måneskin, yes, but in general, no.
Crash, I already
It-
told you. Crash, I already told you this. By the way, John and Mark, have you heard what Greta Van Fleet's newest venture is? You'll never guess.
And
Yeah, why don't-
NFTs. That's it.
NFT.
Yeah, I didn't even know that, but I figured I would guess.
Keep
yeah.
in mind, their previous album, their latest one, was all about the evils of technology and ruining the world.
Yeah.
Well, have some
Like
NFTs.
Age of Machine.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
You
Wow.
did the exact same thing last year.
yeah. And Måneskin,
And Our Lady Peace did the exact same thing last year too. Like, what is it with these bands that wrote albums about the future, going in the exact wrong way of the future?
Yeah. It's
will
tacky.
will
at the very
Måneskin
least.
make an NFT, or will they even figure out how to do it? I don't.
Have we not learned that these are not? Well, that's a different discussion.
It's a different
You know
discussion.
what? At least
Yeah.
Greta Van Fleet has the one EP. Like their debut EP.
Through the
is-
Fire or whatever it is. Yeah.
From the fires, yeah.
And also,
I'm-
yeah, good.
I'm a bit controversial. I kind of like their second record. Like, their
I
second
don't-
record is better than it has any right to be.
Oh, yeah.
Again, they were aping Rush on that record a lot too, so of course, okay, I kind of fell for it a little bit. But again, yeah, I wouldn't say they're great, but compared to friggin' Eurovision boys, no offense to
And girl.
Eurovision there, but like, and
A
girl.
little
but,
offense to Eurovision. They're worth it.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
a
I don't
little.
hate either band at all.
I don't either. I really don't.
mean,
It just
they're not-
sounds. You're just making us.
Måneskin
making it
are
sound,
fun.
Yeah, you're just making it sound like we hate Måneskin, and we
Right.
don't. It's
Yeah,
not
you know, we
that.
don't. You know, it's not the bands. It's not the bands I'm afraid of. It's those fan bases. Like, y'all
Yes.
need some chill.
Fair.
Yes, goodness. So, I think that's a good one to end it on. Final thing I want to say before we start wrapping things up. We're talking about bands not learning about releasing their albums as NFTs. I'm pretty sure Avenged Sevenfold is not only going to release their new album as an NFT when it finally comes out, M. Shadows is going to try to turn himself into an NFT and sell it. Just
Yeah.
physically somehow. They are neck deep in that stuff.
Well, that's coming from the guy who had Her Loss as his #1 album of 2022.
I did
so.
see
I
that.
didn't really say that.
Really?
Yes, he did. He did. Yes.
Yep.
And also,
So-
I'm an Avenged Sevenfold fan, and even I'm like, what the heck is going on over there? So,
And Sinister Gates had Donda 2 on
Donda
his
2
list.
was on his list. It's like they were
An
it's part of
unfinished
me-
album.
Part of me feels like they were trying to troll a little. I don't know why, but man, like everyone's list on there, there was only like one rock or metal album, and everything.
Yeah,
was
they
just
all had
wild.
Weezer EPs on their list.
The
too.
Seasons EPs were some of their favorites
Were
of the year.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Does the M and M Shadows stand for moron?
Oh, great! Now we got Avenged Sevenfold stands coming after us after that one. Moron Shadows. Oh, that's a
I can
nice
take
little
ya.
name.
It's
That's
all
a-
right.
Is that a new punk band?
Sevenfold fans left.
Oh, yeah.
Right? No,
They're headlining
what
festivals.
we got to worry about?
Oh,
They're
They're
headlining
headlining
festivals,
festivals
this
still.
spring. Yeah.
Oh.
And again, I'm a fan, and even I'm like, oh no.
yeah, I'm a fan, and even
Yeah.
I'm like,
We had a lot of good suggestions tonight. We did.
Yes.
we did.
I'm very happy with how this turned out.
A lot of
Please keep in
90s.
mind- Yeah, a lot of 90s, but it was worked. Keep in mind, we will go through every super chat. We always do. I will make sure I copy those. I'm going to stay up, make that document. We'll hopefully get it done by tomorrow evening or something like that, barring no issues. I have to get a video done by Friday afternoon for approval, which sucks, but I'll still get this out too. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here, for dealing with
Of course.
Pearl's outbreaks of interjecting to all the
Outbreaks.
awful
Oh,
songs.
Outbreaks of
we lo-
cuteness.
We love Pearl. Pearl is a pleasure to have.
We have a cuteness outbreak.
The best kind of outbreak.
Well, like, we could deliver
We can't
next
contain the
category,
cuteness.
Yes. So I'm going to let these three gentlemen plug whatever they would like. Please stick around for that too. Please also check out their channels in the video description below. You can find them there. John, why don't you go first?
I'll keep mine quick since I already talked about my Radiohead ranked. Get excited. I announced that earlier, but if you happen to miss it, I'm going to be ranking all of their albums finally. People have been begging me to do a ranked episode on their discography, so that'll be out sometime in February. Not going to put an exact date on it because Radiohead are a tough band to nail down. And I've got a new episode at 7 on Sunday. Pretty much every Sunday going forward. We've got the year rolling already. We've already got one out. And the one that's coming out on Sunday is polarizing albums that alienated fans. So
Nice.
look forward to that one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So, Mark, why don't you go?
All right. I've got a couple reviews on the docket going forward. Like the year's starting off pretty fast, and I got a list that I got to get through. The big thing that I'm planning for this year is my 10th year anniversary on YouTube is 2023. I've already put out my first video in that category for January, which was roasting the albums, the albums of 2013.
It was great.
That was a
was
good one.
fun.
That was fun. Yeah.
The second video is going to be a bit more of an introspective look. I'm actually going to be doing a deep dive on Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds' Push the Sky Away. It was my favorite album of 2013, and a lot of it's going to be framed in more of a video essay format. I'm hoping to God I can get it out by the end of February because it's going to be a little bit complicated, and I'm going to be trying some interesting new things, but that's what I'm working on.
Awesome. Sounds good. Crash, how about you?
See, I'm working on a lot, but at the same time I don't have a lot to plug. I am working on new release reviews. Some of the stuff I have coming up on the schedule is Paramore on February 10th. Obviously, that's my big one coming up.
Damn.
Gonna have a review of that. I'm also gonna plan on Caroline Polachek's new album. I definitely want to check that one out.
Yeah.
Gorillaz Cracker Island, that's also coming up in February. Probably going to be on my review rotation. And a band I love that I've talked about on my channel in my circles, but literally no one knows. Era in the Ferns is set to drop an album on February 5th. Now, it's not 100% confirmed, but they are set to drop. Era in the Ferns is a band from my hometown, from my home county. They're not big. They're not a big deal, but they're doing a reunion thing. I might do one just to support my homies, show the love. But I am also working on my next long form video. I want to debut that again in February. I'm not even 100% sure what I want it to be yet. I may even debut a new series in February. So something new I've had in the back burner for a little while now, but we will see about that. But new release reviews, my upcoming looks a lot like the new release schedule for the immediate future, but also stay tuned for my next long form review. I'll be probably announcing that fairly shortly here. So
sounds awesome. For myself, I'll be having album reviews come out in February, just as normal, on YouTube and on the socials. I have other stuff coming. The video that I just finished recording today, I still have to chop it up. Should be out this weekend, hopefully Sunday. Will be, since we're in February, the month of love. We're doing 10 breakup songs in rock and metal. Songs that you want to just talk about breakups viciously. The dirty, gritty stuff. It's like, it goes everywhere from Indian alternative to rock, everything like that. So just dumb fun one, just a list like that. That's coming up this weekend. Many album reviews, other things coming up as well. New music night every Sunday night on Twitch, 2 hours, all the music that we can find that drops. We vote on every song. It's always a lot of fun. Please join us for Twitch every Sunday, twitch.tv/@rocknet, or just /rocknet. You'll find that. It's always great. The bigger audience, the better. We vote on every song. It's a fun discussion. If the song's bad, people just do sound effects over it. It's hilarious. So, that being said, one thing just came up before we go. A super chat just came from Dayton Hamilton. I'm waiting to watch Caddyshack crash.
Oh,
Crashy
that's
Shack.
right.
Crashy Shack. That's the new name.
Oh.
Okay, you know what? I actually pulled it up while we were talking about it. Okay, I'll give you something. I unfortunately have to unplug my headphones in order unplug, but I have to walk away from this so I can't hear y'all.
Okay.
But I can do it. And I'll just step away. I'll leave us on this. Okay.
Crash's mic tends to cut out during these, so this could be.
Please keep understand that the loud volume can keep it. Uh-oh.
What a Cinderella story here at Augusta.
this former groundskeeper
Why is he so good at this?
showed up, and he's absolutely blown us away. Well, it's about 455 yards out. He's got about a 2-iron. Gonna line it up here. Oh, he got all of that. Oh, look at him go. Oh, the crowd going wild for this Cinderella boy. She walks down here. He's about 250 yards left to go. He's got about a 9-iron. You're going to take that out. Cinderella boy for this Augusta crowd here today. Oh, he's on the green. Oh, that's amazing. The usually reserved Augusta crowd going wild, losing their shit here tonight. He's on the green. He is about 5 meters away. He's taking out that sandwich. He's going to do it. The crowd is in stillness and silence as they watch this groundskeeper, this Cinderella boy, come out. It's in the hole. It's in the hole. It's in the hole. Oh, Cinderella boy, Cinderella man has done his thing. I'm Bill Murray. Please don't look up my film history.